Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the WWE RAW Watch Along. It is Monday, April 7th. It's your girl, Denise, and we are here for the next couple of hours going to watch some Raw. Of course, we are on the road to WrestleMania. We are now officially, let me see, this Raw plus next week's Raw. That is it. There's only two more Raws before WrestleMania, and then we'll have the Raw after Mania, obviously. But hey, man, it's flying by, guys. I really feel like 2025 has flown by, and here we are on the verge of WrestleMania 41. I can't even believe it. Before we get started, I want to thank everybody for hopping into the stream. Once the show gets started in about a minute and 30 seconds, I will get the audio going for everybody. I want to start off, though, by thanking Sheldon Jackson for gifting a DWO membership. As always, Sheldon not only has my back, but has everybody's back here by providing memberships. So thank you so much. Let me give some shout outs. See who's in here. We got Quadrarius Bennett, who was the first to comment. Let's go. We got Christopher Turner, Hassan Terrell, Juan Carbajal, Nathan Troxel. We got Gadget Man Rob, Andrea Price, Jay Zoe. We got Casey Clark. We got I was trying to click on Casey. I was trying to click. We got Casey Clark. We got the sniper in here. D. Martin the Fifth. Mark Firefly Forever. Brandon Rosen. Ebony Prince. Sask Ryder. Oh my God, I was about to shout myself out. I was on a roll. I was about to say, Hollywood Denise Salcedo. Hey, yo, girl, shout out. We got Jessa Reading Bird. How are you? We got Magic Sajak. Maggie, thank you so much for tuning in. Very, very nice of you. We got Dill the Pickle, Dr. J. Merritt, Andrea Price. We got Charles. We got Henry. We got Brandon, Spend Big, Andrew Tam, Zachary Walton, Bill from New York. We got Wayne in the building, Miss WWE Girl, Anthony Soley. We are about to start Raw 2. We got Scoocher Boy, JR Duggan, Based Martian, Mike Centetti. We got Gio, Matt Rykeel, Spend Big. We got 13 in here. Thank you so much for the hair compliment. I wanted to I'm a little bit sick of my bangs right now, so I just wanted to get them, honestly, out of my dang face. That's literally where I'm at right now. We got Taylor Cannon, CC Funk, Deadly God Osiris, Matt, and oh, hold on one second. Raw is starting. Alrighty. And obligatory weekly check of Raw to make sure that all is good on the audio side. So just let me know. Y'all know the drill already. We got Tremaine Young, Taylor Cannon, Jay Grouse, CC Funk. Who else haven't I shouted out? Jeremiah Pete, Infamous Raider Loco, Dominic Carranza. We got Nate. We got Dan. We got the Oreo Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got Stuart Bridgman, David Primero, the Moneymaker Chris, Alan, Andy Nersha. We got Jesse Baby, Jeff White. Who haven't I shouted out? Kevin Simpson, Colton Dominguez. Shout out to my doggy's nephew, Frenchie Apollo. It's his third birthday. Aw, well, happy birthday to Apollo. That is so sweet. Alrighty, guys. Well, here we are. I'll make sure to give some more shout outs as the stream goes, but we are here and ready to watch Raw. Let's see what we get today. By the way, let me see. Everyone's saying the audio is good. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Want to make sure that everything sounds all right.
The ring general,
Gunther coming in the building and smiling. Okay, I'm sorry, but Gunther looks like he's ready for picture day. Gunther has the I'm ready, my mom dressed me up, and I'm ready for picture day. That's literally what he looked like today. Hey, what's up, Isaac? Isaac. Sorry, I don't know why I read that as Isaac. Isaac, thank you so much for hopping into the stream. Hassan Terrell, we got Chris Chaos. Got a lot of people in here, guys. Thank you so much, Joseph Boza, Keon Davis.
trying to reestablish
going on.
himself as the
And that's a
Crew of the
cool
World
little sweater
WWE
that Dominik
tonight.
Mysterio has. By the way,
Is in
a
action
new
against
WrestleMania
Seth
match has
Rollins,
been
Penta,
added.
Penta, the man who
Penta,
shows
Dominik
no fear.
Mysterio,
Luchador
Braun
versus
Breaker,
Dirty Dom
and
live tonight. And
Finn
Friday
Balor.
night on
Sorry, I was
SmackDown,
forgetting the
CM
last
Punk
person.
told the world
Finn
what the
Balor,
favor is that
Finn
this
Balor,
man
Dominic,
called
Braun, and
Damon
Penta
owes him for helping
are
out
all going to be in a
Roman
four-way
Reigns
for
at
the
Survivor Series.
Intercontinental
You won't
Championship
believe what happened as
over
we
at
look back
WrestleMania.
tonight. How can
So
everybody
yeah,
at ringside, Michael
that's a
Cole,
new
my
match that was
partner,
added.
Pat, can you
Adam
believe
Pearce
less
made
than
the
2 weeks
announcement
away from
today
WrestleMania?
on social media. I kind of hate those like video announcements, the ones where they do where like it's talking, and because I want to see like a graphic, you know, just hit me with the news, hit me with what I have to know. I don't feel like watching a 30-second video to get to the match. Just tell me the match. Is that weird? Is that weird? I don't know if I'm weird about that. I just prefer for them to announce things with a graphic. Maybe that's just me being weird. I don't know. It's just a little pet peeve.
Bianca Belair will face one of these women at WrestleMania for the championship. Who will it be? We find out right now.
By the way, we got a couple of super chats. Hey, yo, thank you so much to Spend Big for sending the first super chat of the night. He says, you're always the best. Thank you for everything. Let's go. Spend, thank you so much, as always, for your continuous support and generosity here on the stream. We got Mark Firefly Forever, by the way, who just became a brand new DWO member. Welcome, Mark. We got Steven Marchuli here. What's up, Steven? He says, does Roxanne play a role in the Intercontinental title match? Steven, I have been hoping and wishing and manifesting that is the case. But truth be told, even though I hope she does and I'm manifesting it, I'm not that confident in it. But I just don't know why they just completely dropped like Bayley and Roxanne. So I really hope that she does come out afterwards tonight after the match with Bayley and Lyra. I'm hoping for it. My fingers are crossed. But at this point, I really do not know. I'm not that confident about it. Steven, thank you so much for the super chat. And let's hope that Roxanne's and Bayley's feud is reignited here today. Thank you, Steven. Task Rider says, I'm surprised that Roxanne's been silent since the Chamber. Well, she did have an appearance on NXT, and she did have a match on NXT as well. And she lost too. She lost to Kalani Jordan. That was pretty big. So, I mean, I had thought that her last match was going to be the match that she had with Jordan. And then afterwards on Tuesday's NXT, Chinadu was like, okay, maybe this is the last match because she lost to Kalani. That was a pretty huge, you know? So, I don't know, man. It just feels like Roxanne's time is up on NXT.
To Monday Night Raw.
Adam Pearce. He did his best.
Obviously, let's get down
growl.
to business. We all saw what took place last week revolving around this, the Women's World Championship. And because of that, the situation at WrestleMania needs to be addressed. So please.
Oh, they're finally getting around to this.
Women's World Champion.
Finally.
Io Sky.
Oh my gosh, about time. In my mind, this match has already been made, to be honest. We got Matt Narleb who says, did you hear that Saraya may show up tonight? I did not see that. But then again, I was shooting videos all day today, so I haven't been online that much. Today, as you guys know, I'm doing daily videos. So it's kind of kept me a little bit busy, and today I shot too. So I'm a little out of the loop today, but I did not see that. Thank you, Matt, for letting me know. I wouldn't be surprised, though. I mean, she's free to go place wherever she wants, and you know how it is. People are going to be really excited if she does come out and we see the return of Paige. Thank you, Matt. We got Sick Boy, by the way, who became a brand new DWO member. Welcome, Sick Boy. Thank you so much for joining the crew.
That's all she should care about. Head to WrestleMania. And congrats to her. Been a great champion.
All right, let's see how they go about this.
And her opponent at WrestleMania, the EST of WWE, Bianca.
Joseph Boza says, did Reg get a hold of Denise after her prank last night? He did text me back, and I woke up this morning because he didn't text me back last night. I saw it this morning, and oh, look at Bianca, all in black, looking like a goth queen, but a happy goth queen. if a goth queen was happy, it'd be Bianca Belair. Happy goth queen. He just texted me back, and he was like, "I hate you." Sick boy agrees with me. Honestly, thought they already had. I know. Matt says, I heard brief rumors for about the last hour's IDK, how true they are. Well, it depends on where they came from, Matt. I don't know where the rumors came from. We got Ryan Adams that says, good Lord, Io. She looks great. I mean, they all do, to be honest. I mean, they're professional wrestlers, guys. They're in a cosmetic industry. They are fit because they work out a lot. They got pretty faces. I mean, all of them stunning. And speaking of stunning, there's Rhea coming out. Let's see what she's got on today. Io came out banging. Bianca came out banging. And Rhea is here banging. Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat.
She hates Judgment Day at this point, but
they're all wearing black. JR Dugan says Bianca has the future heel gear going on. No, she did that a couple of weeks ago. And a couple of weeks ago, people were like, wait, she came out all in black. And the following week, she came out all in black. And then after that, it was like she was back to normal. And then she's back out in black again today. But so is Io and Rhea. I mean, Rhea's always in black. That one doesn't really count. Well, Io has the white shirt, but she's got black shorts.
And she went on a path that is fluxing.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm just going to say this. But Bianca wearing black makes her muscles pop out more. Is anybody noticing this? Like, I feel like she just looks ripped. She is ripped. I mean, we already knew that, but it just pops out a lot more because with her colorful gear and the prints and stuff, maybe it's a little distracting, so you don't notice. This is a lot more subtle, so I feel like it's allowing me to really, really notice her good physique.
I've been like these the honey to each other.
Chris Robinson says he thought that too. Yo, for reals. Jay Growl says she always looks ripped. To be frank, it is true, but it pops out more in black.
I know that I take responsibility for what happened last week. I was wrong.
She looks like an action movie star. Is what Bianca looks like.
To make you the referee, because I was wrong to assume that any of you three could handle this like professionals.
Oh man, why you gotta throw shade, Pierce?
I was wrong.
Adam Pearce is like not my favorite.
Wrong. Therefore, at WrestleMania, Io Sky, you will defend the Women's World Championship against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley.
Finally, Pierce. The thing we all knew you were gonna do, but you took forever to get there.
Anytime I need 3 signatures on the document. Let's get this over with.
This has already happened one
Look
time.
at Io's face. She's just like,
you know what? A couple of weeks ago, this would have really pissed me off because I earned my way to WrestleMania. No. They said win Elimination Chamber. Did that. They said be a special guest referee. Did that. And I did it all through blood, sweat, and tears. Yet Rhea could just walk in, do whatever she wants, and be added to the match.
Kind of true for Bianca, though. Bianca's kind of right on that end.
Now, you know what? I'm with y'all. I don't even care anymore because I know you're not going nowhere. So actually, I am happy you're being added to the match because you really think I'm scared of you. Baby, I went through Elimination Chamber. I watched 2 of my closest friends try to tear each other apart, and I still won.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
All of that, you don't think I can overcome a triple threat? No.
A lot of mommy fans in Minneapolis.
I'm going to walk out of WrestleMania as your WWE Women's Champion, and I'm going to go through you to get it.
I like Bianca showing a lot more feistiness today. She looks mad. She feels like a heel today. But she's kind of right, though.
That I'm scared of you?
Shut up. Give me the contract. Sign it. You don't wide enough to get here.
Ah,
Sign it.
Bianca, girl, yes. I mean, Rhea wanted to be part of this match. You would have thought she'd be the first one to sign it, right? I would have grabbed it so fast if I was Rhea to sign that thing.
That's 2 signatures, Cole.
Not again. Every single week, they'd just be disrespecting EO like that. Every week. Oh, this time she's had it.
Guys, all I need her to do is sign the contract. I just need to see
Oh, shit. Okay, that camera shot was really good because EO just like her feet landed right here on the back of the neck of and her back of Rhea Ripley. It looked nasty. Rhea Ripley's face just went straight into Bianca. That's so funny. That's so funny. I'm so glad she did that. You don't want to see EO get treated like. But then they keep doing the same thing though. This is not the first time that EO has clapped back at Bianca and Rhea, and still Bianca and Rhea every single week disrespect her. Every freaking week, like no matter what she does, they still do it.
In Las Vegas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, switching gears now. Last week, the situation between the Judgment Day and the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker and Penta would explode once again. It was a tag team matchup, and as Penta was looking to take control, Dominik Mysterio would get involved, and Braun Breaker inadvertently would spear his own tag team partner, Penta.
And obviously, Judgment Day would take full advantage.
And for the first time since
by the way, we have Sheldon Jackson here. Says, Denise, you missed Pierce's botch. He said Rhea Ripley is in the Judgment Day. Did he? I didn't even catch that. What part did he say the Judgment Day? I didn't even realize that, Sheldon. Or maybe like in my head because I'm so used to associating Rhea with Judgment Day that I didn't even catch it as like a flaw. Thank you for pointing that out, Sheldon. I legitimately didn't even notice that. Thank you, Sheldon. We got King of Strong Style who says, love a good watch along after a hard day at work. Denise, I'm loving the hair today. Very cute. Thank you so much, King of Strong Style. I'm glad your work day is over. I'm feeling good. Good vibes today. Thank you so much, King of Strong Style.
I still can't believe Pierce's announcement. I can't believe it. What?
All right, let's see.
Both of us.
Speaking of hair, I love Liv's hair right now.
WrestleMania. That's something. Dude, like I was saying earlier, I didn't know you wanted a title shot too. Like,
I'm also loving Raquel's hair today.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I got him.
Oh, they got chicken nugget dinos.
What's better than one member of the Judgment Day fighting for the Intercontinental Championship on the grandest stage of them all?
2 members.
2 members.
Yeah, that was all Liv's doing. Remember, she had said she was going to do that.
Title back to the clubhouse, because it doesn't matter which of you win, as long as it's one of you guys.
Of course not. Of course not. But hey, look,
you know, Finn doesn't really agree with that.
What people are saying about Dom.
Neither does Dom.
That he doesn't have what it takes to win at WrestleMania. That you're not tough enough. That you don't have the killer instinct. That you're a loser. Hey, but tonight you get to prove them all wrong. When you go out there and you beat Penta all by yourself. Because Dom, right. I believe in you.
Does it feel like they're trying to turn Dom babyface? Or am I reading that wrong?
So what am I going to do?
You're going to do what you always do. You're going to be the
Don't worry, Dom.
Mysterio.
I got your back. Ooh, Mall of America. Biggest mall in the U.S. I went there.
Thank goodness.
That was random. Unless they just wanted to like promote it. That feels like product advertising right there. Like I'm just going to casually mention the Mall of America. That's funny. Okay, we got Joseph Ramos here who says it kind of does feel like that. AJ says that's how I view it. Jolie713 says a little bit. Let's see. Chris Robinson says no. It's hard to imagine Dom as a as a babyface only because he does always get booed. And it's kind of fun to boo Dominik Mysterio. But I don't know. I'm getting this feeling that Dominic might turn. I think they're attempting. They're attempting to turn him babyface here. Oh, we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship match next. Bayley's making her way out there. By the way, oh, and King of Strong Style. This is my. Will you guys? Okay. I don't know how many of you were here when I was talking about the Forever 21 sales that I got from the other day, because you know how sadly they're going out of business, but I took advantage of the sales. I got this dress, this two-piece, this pink thing, this pink, whatever it's called, with this like groovy disco, I'm not really sure, dress for $8, okay? $8. You have no idea how excited I was. I just grabbed it. I was like, I'm taking it. I'm going to look like little Mexican Barbie. I'm here for it. So I'm having a good day. Ryan Adams says, I have a feeling that both Tiffany and Io retain while Gunther and Cody both lose their title bouts. I'm still a little bit on the fence about what's going to happen with Charlotte and Tiffany. I am leaning more towards Tiffany. In the beginning, I was leaning more towards Tiffany, and then I kind of felt like I was leaning towards Charlotte when that whole split screen promo thing happened. After this week's intense personal promo, then I went back to siding more with Tiffany, thinking Tiffany's going to win. So I'm back to Tiffany. And then with Rhea and Bianca and Io, based off of them consistently shading Io Sky, I have a feeling she's winning at WrestleMania, and I'm wondering if we're going to get Bianca and Rhea down the line, either if they do, whenever they decide that they're going to do Evolution 2, or SummerSlam. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because it just feels like there's a lot of hatred right now between Bianca and Rhea to like call it a day at WrestleMania. You know, like it feels like they could extend the life of that. So I have a feeling Io might actually win. Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat.
Tell you guys about Lyra and Bayley here in just a few moments.
Let's see what else we got here. Double S says, I'll be here for a bit. Got to watch my Gators win the national championship. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing. Tiger Claw Gaming says Tiffany has to retain against Charlotte, if for nothing else, not regard entitled behavior. I mean, I've been rooting for Tiffany to defeat Charlotte for the longest, only because it's the thing that we're all I think most people are expecting for Charlotte to win. And what a magnificent moment would it be if Tiffany actually won at WrestleMania, if it was her moment. Right? Come on. Like, that would be so cool to see. So I really hope it does happen, but we'll see what happens. WWE LFG. We also got Ace here, who brings up a good point. Thank you so much for not letting me forget this. He says Bianca has to win at WrestleMania to protect her WrestleMania record. Ace, thank you for reminding me about that, because I have thought about this, and I want to keep Bianca with her WrestleMania reign, with her streak of not losing at WrestleMania. I do love the idea of there being like a female Undertaker to do it. And come on, like, Bianca is such a killer wrestler. It would be pretty freaking cool if we did see Rhea win. But just based off of the story, I'm getting the feeling like it's gonna be Io retaining. So I'm a little bit conflicted here. The story is making me feel like it's Io, but I also, as a big Bianca Belair fan, want to see Bianca keep her streak. So thank you so much for reminding me of that, because I almost did let that slide out of my memory bank. Jay Zero says Bianca's record is done for. I want it to last a little longer, because come on, that's so cool for a woman to have that when so long it was the Undertaker's thing. What's that, Brandon Swansani? Thank you so much for tuning in. We got Taylor, nice to see you. We got John Wilson. What's up, John? Let's see. He says he can't see a scenario where Tiffany pins or submits Charlotte. I could see it. All right, but here we go. Okay, so before we get into this matchup here, Bayley and Lyra, my original hope was that Bayley unfortunately defeated Lyra. As much as I love Lyra, y'all know Lyra's my girl. But I want to see Bayley win, and I want to see Roxanne come out afterwards and confront her. I want them to circle back to that feud, and I want to see Bayley versus Roxanne at WrestleMania. So that's what I'm hoping for. Am I confident about it? No, but I'm hoping for it. What's up, Janica? Thank you so much for hopping into the chat. We got Chris Robinson. We got the infamous DJ one. Hold on 1 second, guys. And my mom's calling me. Hold up 1 second.
Lyra Valkyria in Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Hence the reason that Lyra Pat asked for this match tonight. She wanted to get a little bit of retribution on Bayley, give her an opportunity at the championship since Bayley knocked her off a couple of months ago.
Well, they're going to have to be teammates on Friday, but tonight we got a title fight. Bayley certainly capable. So with Lyra, who's been a phenomenal champion here early in her run in career with Monday Night Raw.
And as this championship match gets underway, Pat and I would love to send our best wishes out to a former men's Intercontinental champion. That would be, here's a roll-up now by Lyra, and Bayley kicks out. That would be Kevin Owens, who announced this past Friday night on SmackDown he'll miss WrestleMania because of the need for neck surgery. So we hope Kevin gets well soon.
We will miss you, Kevin. Godspeed, brother, and thank you for everything.
Now Bayley looking to control Lyra Valkyria. I told you, Bayley's a former 4-time world champion, Pat, a tag team champ, NXT champ. She's won Money in the Bank, the Royal Rumble, but she's been increasingly frustrated. Talked to Bayley earlier today, and she said, you know what, Cole? I haven't won a match in 2 months. Wow. Longest stretch of her career.
It's a long time not having your hand raised, but I'll tell you what, Minneapolis is thoroughly in the camp of Bayley.
Valkyria with a kip up, and Bayley now. Nice roll up of Valkyria. Almost had her 2.5 kick out. Bayley almost stuck a victory in there.
Lyra has to know that Bayley's got a lot of experience in these ropes.
Bayley lost an Intercontinental Championship #1 contender match to Raquel Rodriguez last month. Nice takedown by Valkyria, who is just improving leaps and bounds every time she defends the title in the ring.
Yeah, but she got too aggressive and Bayley flipped.
Lyra able to roll through, however. 84 days now as champion. Bayley again hooks the leg, almost had Lyra there. Kick it too once again.
That was a game of cat and mouse right there. And feels like Bayley had complete control the entire time. And Lyra's starting to get a little bit of a wake-up call on what this is going to be like with the future Hall of Fame.
Oh, what a knee by Bayley. May have broken Lyra's nose. And Bayley now up over the top. Lyra Valkyria able to counter. Oh, great pinning combination by the champ, and Bayley kicks out. Watch this knee, Pat.
Yeah, this knee to the face. Take it seriously.
Bang!
Patella to temple.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to take that because my mom needed something really quickly. So, all righty, just wanted to make sure it wasn't an emergency, so we're all good. All righty, with that being said, Bayley just got Lyra with a sick kick to the freaking face. That was cool.
Knee to the temple there. Lyra with a couple drop kicks. Very much understand
Tiger Claw said unprofessional, Denise. No, everything's okay, guys. But my mom just had something that she was dealing with, and she just needed some quick questions, so I had to take that. It was
what?
Yeah.
Lyra Valkyria now. Look at this. What? Bayley screaming in agony here. Valkyria,
oh, I love this spot. I love it every time she does it with when she's done it like multiple times with EO.
Great move by Valkyria. Shoots the half. Shoulders down now, and a kick out by Bayley. That was incredible.
How's Bayley even moving after getting
Matt Ray Kill says Pierce is drunk? What? Matt, what are you doing? What's going on here with Adam Pierce?
Lyra Valkyria, our champion.
Jam-packed tonight.
Hey, what's up, Pedro? Thank you so much for calling, for hopping in.
Minnesota.
We also got King Michael Gang 1, 2, 3.
On this road to WrestleMania.
Bayley set across the ring. Lyra misses with the clothesline.
Oh no! Her foot landed on the top rope.
Sends Bayley right outside the ring.
That must have been
Lyra
uncomfortable.
Valkyria now gonna fly and knocks Bayley down with a big drop kick.
Hey, let's step to Andrew. Andrew, the Bep Jr. We got Red Raven.
Absolutely.
What's up, man?
Once she got kneed in the face, she understood
Hey,
what was
Tanisha.
happening with
Thank you so
Bayley.
much for
Somebody
tuning
she probably
in.
looked up to.
Valkyria now top rope. Gonna fly where she feels comfortable. Crossbody, lateral press to retain, and a kick out by
Yeah, I
Bayley.
just feel like Bayley
Can't
can't afford this big loss, you know? It feels like she's been doing a lot more losing than winning, and I don't have her record right in front of me, but that's just what it feels like.
Right before the break a few moments ago, Lyra Valkyria.
We got Lay Royalty who says, hey, Denise, I feel that the U.S. and Intercontinental titles an afterthought, and it's sad. I think they're trying to fix that right now with the Intercontinental Championship. That's my assumption. But with the U.S. title, like, you know, there really hasn't been that much going on. I wish they had Chelsea defend the title a little bit more, but I feel like on the women's side, on SmackDown, their focus has primarily just been on Charlotte and Tiffany. It doesn't really feel like there's been much attention on really any of the other women right now. Like, it's basically just been about Charlotte and Tiffany.
Everybody wants you to fail.
That's because everybody wants what the champ has.
Let's see what we got. Pedro says he has said Bayley hasn't won a match in 2 months. Oh, God.
And Bayley, oh my goodness.
Ooh, nasty. Lyra landed in the back of her head for that. That was brutal.
Valkyria has taken a physical beatdown here tonight in this
Hey,
match.
Matt, thank you so much. He says your Vegas video was great. Thank you so much. You know, I was afraid that everybody was going to hate that video because, look, obviously we're not dumb. We all know that this WrestleMania is one of the most expensive WrestleManias, and I know that a lot less people are going. So I was kind of worried about doing a video about going to WrestleMania when, you know, this is not, I feel like there are less people going. I don't know. But then I also realized that there's a lot of people that are going but aren't actually attending WrestleMania. Like, I thought that was very interesting. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, by the way, I officially changed my WrestleMania plan. I was having way too much anxiety about like leaving immediately after the Busted Open party to come back here and do my watch along, you know, and get here at like 3 o'clock from the airport. So I decided instead to do my watch along from the hotel. So I will still be doing my watch along. I'll still be doing my podcast like I wanted to. I'll just be doing it from the hotel instead. And instead, I'm going to be coming back Monday morning, a couple of hours before Monday Night Raw. So I'm feeling so much better, guys. I was starting to like panic about my crazy plan because I just didn't want to end up in a situation where I missed covering WrestleMania both in person or online. You know, it's like either one of the two, right? So it's just much less stressful for me to stay all the way through until Monday. Plus, it gives me more time also to shoot some more content on Sunday. I was invited to a couple of events that I had originally said no to, and I was bummed about it because I'm like, I kind of want to go to those events too. So thankfully, I reached back out to those people that had invited me, and I'm back in now. So on the bright side. So far, I think I will be getting some good content. I really don't know what. There's going to be so many people there. Whatever I can get, great. And we'll see what comes of it. But I'll definitely be vlogging. And this time I'm going to finish the vlog because I have a tendency of doing that where I'll start a vlog and never finish it. So then I don't post it. But I swear I'm going to finish the dang vlog. I'm the worst vlogger ever. So yeah, so plans have changed and I'm feeling a lot better. So Bridgman says fit checks with Mark Henry. I'm gonna. When I see Mark, we got to do a fit check.
Baseball slide through with the boot to the face. Bayley in control again.
Yeah, back into a break the count.
Thank you, Dan.
Bayley with the
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
able to duck underneath, and Bayley crashes.
Both of these women are taking some brutal spots.
And Valkyria, though, caught by Bayley again.
Oh, no, that did not go
Bayley
through.
down with a
Oh,
Bayley
okay,
down.
okay,
Outside the
okay.
ring, both women down. Crucial moment in this match.
Yo, Bayley's face just like going right into the barricade like that.
Remember, a count out does
Think
not
about
help the
trying to
challenger
do,
here.
think about like
A
if
double
you had
count
to
out
do that
keeps the,
spot.
championship around
Think
the
about
ring
it,
to
like just
Valkyria.
going straight
Now a
into
count
the
of 5
barricade.
is our official. And a
That's
count of 6
wild.
again.
Thank you so
Both
much,
women
Super
down
Fro.
at 7.
I have some very fun
Now it is
ideas. Today I
Valkyria
shot
trying
a
for the
video.
apron.
I won't give
Bayley
any
beats the top.
spoilers,
Valkyria
but
barely
I'm really
beats the
excited
count.
about it.
But for Bayley, it was a good thing the champ beat
It
the
was
count.
pretty fun. I had fun with
Bayley
this one.
needed Lyra
And
to
those are
beat
my
the
favorite
count if
videos,
she
the
wanted to
ones that
become
are
a
not
champion tonight.
stressful, and they're just
Count out
fun.
would not have done anything for her. Lyra was at like 9.5.
Electric crowd inside the Target Center in Minneapolis. The Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. Bayley now, who would have Bayley to belly outside the ring, looks to put Valkyria away inside the ring. Lyra, though, great arm drag. Nice counter by the champ. Oh, caught her with an insecurity to the back of the head. Looking for Nightwing.
Ooh.
Connecting. Shoulders down for Bayley. Bayley kicks out now. Lyra did not get all of her finishing move there. Wasn't quite able to get Bayley up the whole time and deliver the blow.
And she wasn't able to stick the pin as deep as she wanted as well.
Hey, watch, this didn't quite get
Jan
nailed
Davis
down.
says, are you going to WrestleMania both nights,
High
Denise?
enough
No.
for her finishing
I'm
move.
going to be streaming from my
The
hotel.
impact was not quite
Um,
the same, and Bayley was
I
able
know
to
it may
kick
sound
out.
fun to go to like the press box and stuff, and it is, don't get me wrong, but I kind of missed out on a lot of the show when I'm at the when I'm in the press box. I don't really get to see things that well, so I find that I end up watching the show on my laptop while I'm actually there, because you know the press box is always super high up, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm here at the event and I'm watching on my laptop. What am I doing? What am I doing? I think I'm better off. I'm better off literally just doing my watch-alongs like I normally do and be able to soak in more of the show instead of missing things when you're live at the show. So I personally prefer doing my watch-along from the hotel. So it'll be fun. I'm very excited. It'll be my hotel watch-along.
Lyra fighting back. How physical has this match been? Valkyria with Bayley up top. Bayley trying to fight out of this, able to. Lyra's back gave out. Bayley, that's what she tried to do before, that sunset flip.
What I like about this match is that it's pretty aggressive.
A beating pat in this match.
Certainly have.
Both of these girls have been in some uncomfortable predicaments here.
Lyra's head as opposed
You know?
to the temple and mouth, like Bayley's been.
The official doing a great job getting down there and checking on Valkyria. Make sure that the no sustaining more damage. Bayley trying to fight back out of this, out to the apron now.
One of the best refs in the world here at the WWE.
Who?
All of them.
Oh. And now Valkyria from the top rope. Tornado DDT.
Nice. Oh, nice. She kept it.
Now looking for a fisherman suplex.
Nice. She got it. That was fun. I love stuff like that. Like when they keep, like any move, when they do a move and then they keep it together, like they still keep going. I love that. It's just a very nice sequence.
All the stops to try to get it.
Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll never let go, Jack. Why does my brain go to Titanic? Never let go. I'll never let go, Jack. I've seen that movie a million times, all right? I'm sorry. I love Titanic, all right?
Valkyria caught by Bayley. Bayley now with a full Boston crab this time.
Don't tap yet, Lyra. I want to see this match keep going. Don't tap yet. I'm not ready for this match to end. Don't tap yet, Lyra. Keep it going a few more minutes.
Valkyria trying to make it to the ropes for a break.
I think she'll get it. She'll get it. Oh, she pulled her. She pulled her. Oh, no. Oh, dang. Oh, she locked it in even more. Oh, I think Lyra's tapping. Oh, no, she didn't. Okay, for a second there, I thought it was over.
Goes for the rose plant. Her finish. Great move by Bayley. But Valkyria able to counter.
Oh, what?
Instant classic.
I seriously thought that Bayley was winning this. Oh, I read this so wrong. I read this so freaking wrong. I really thought Bayley was winning this.
It's hard to disagree with Bayley's strategy there. She knew that Lyra was not going to tap out, so she decided to do the next best thing. Hit her with a finish. The Rose plant. The Valkyria was ready, and she turned it around.
I'm stunned.
What a fight from beginning to end in Lyra.
All right, do we still get Roxanne? Or is that ship sailed?
Into a fisherman suplex,
Has that ship sailed?
showcasing not only the ability to do all these things.
That was a good match, though. I gotta say that. But then again, I knew that match was gonna be good. That's not really a surprise by any
She
means.
realizes she's not going to tap out because Lyra blocked there. So Bayley goes for
Wow. So what's the plan now? What's Bayley's WrestleMania plan? What's Lyra's WrestleMania plan? Mind you, I think they were announced for the Gauntlet, like teaming up together. So
your first title run is certainly something worthy of respect.
they should probably shake hands if they're going to be teaming together in the Gauntlet.
That was incredible. I had chills after that matchup.
Shout out to The Rock and CM Punk.
Oh, that was a little nasty.
And you know what? You can't blame her. I think she believed she had the title won, and now Bayley.
Oh, she changed her mind. Bayley was like, "Oh no, I did something bad. You know what? Let me fix it."
At WrestleMania.
Can't wait.
All right, so that's where we're at there. No Roxanne as of right now, nothing. So there you have it. That is where we're at. Let's see what everyone's JB says. He thinks that the plan is for them to win the Gauntlet.
Let's head backstage.
Possibly, guys. Possibly. I mean, that's the only other thing I can think of there.
Exciting night of action, and even more exciting because I am here with one of my favorite comedians, Bert Kreischer. Bert, you have a new comedy special on Netflix, Lucky. Tell me all about it.
This is my 6th Netflix special, and I think it's
Whoa, Kathy, hold on here. Bert, good to see you, man. My favorite comedian, and I know you're a fan of mine, too. I mean, which is the only reason you'd have to come to Minnesota, to see the only shining star to ever come out of this city, right? But unfortunately for you, I'm not competing tonight. I hate to break it to you, but what I got for you is a treat. You get to watch my boys take down the LWO along with the greatest luchador of all time.
Oh, yeah, that's happening today.
Americano.
It was a little awkward, but I apologize. I didn't come to see you guys.
Oh, yeah, Bert!
Oh, there's Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa. Oh, my God. They got twin bellies.
You have your shirt off. Is like my thing, right?
Meat.
It's our thing now. Give me that big guy.
Minneapolis,
Do the truffle shuffle. Shout out to the Goonies.
Specimens they are nonetheless.
Bro, I was literally waiting for them to do the truffle shuffle. I would have laughed my ass off if they saw the truffle shuffle. And if you know the truffle shuffle, please let me know here in the comments, because then that just means we're better friends than ever before.
Tomorrow night on NXT, the Dark State in action.
Oh, by the way, I'll be doing an NXT watch along tomorrow since we're getting closer and closer to Stand and Deliver. All right, thank you, Seth Strider. He knows the truffle shuffle. Thank you. Joseph Ramos knows the truffle shuffle. Henry Kiernan knows the truffle shuffle. Ben Big knows the truffle shuffle. Clay Uso knows the truffle shuffle. Tiger Claw Gaming says the truffle what? Tiger Claw, have you seen the Goonies? If you haven't seen the Goonies, go watch the Goonies now. Right now, it's mandatory. Ryan Solorio says, of course, yes, of course I know. Super Pro says Goonies never die.
You've certainly been part of the WrestleMania
Baby
conversation
Ruth,
this last
John
week, but we
Rivera.
are less than 2
Baby
weeks away
Ruth.
from WrestleMania, and you are still.
I'm not
without
kidding you
an
guys. I
opponent.
love the Goonies. I watch that movie all the time. It's one of my
Address the
favorites.
elephant in the room. Let me say what's on everybody's mind since last week.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Ludwig Kaiser does a promo on these every week.
Because as I said last
He says
week,
the same thing
Ludwig
every week. He's
Kaiser
like,
still is the fastest rising superstar.
Says the same thing every week.
Whether you like it
call out
or
Charlotte.
not. Yet, Adam Pearce seems to favor other people over Ludwig Kaiser because I'm still without a WrestleMania match. And as I said last week, if that problem isn't going to be solved very, very soon, there are going to be serious consequences.
Is that a threat to anyone in particular?
A threat? No, Kathy. Last week was a threat. Tonight was a promise.
All right. Yeah, for the most part, we've been getting the same Ludwig Kaiser promo every single week. Ryan Delores says, I watched the Goonies last week randomly. How it's my feel-good movie, you know? It takes me back to my childhood. So I thoroughly enjoy it. By the way, let me catch up on some of the super chats here. We got Mike Parker Collects is back in the building. Mike, how you been, man? He says, turning Dom is a tough one. The audience is not swayed easily. Remember at the height of the Cena boost, Trish Stratus tried to get the crowd to cheer him? More recently, the crowd backing Cody last year before WrestleMania. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it seems like they're attempting, they're, dipping their toes in the water when it comes to maybe turning Dominik Mysterio babyface. I always thought that the only thing that would maybe help Dominic turn babyface is if they really vamped up that storyline with him and Liv Morgan, but making him really feel like he's actually in love with Liv and then having Liv break his heart. I feel like that would garner sympathy for Dominic, but it doesn't seem like they're really doing that. So I guess it doesn't really, that theory doesn't really pertain anymore. But yeah, again, I have a feeling they may want to do it. But I don't know if it's going to work because, again, Dominic got booed at his wedding. His shoot wedding, he got booed. So it's a tough one, Mike. Thank you so much for the super chat. Mike also sends in a second super chat saying, if Bayley beats Lyra and then the feuds with Roxanne and the IC title will mean more. I mean, that's what I was hoping for, but no, it looks like they're going a different direction here. So we'll see what we end up getting once the gauntlet. You know what? Let me remember who is even in this dang gauntlet match. Hold the phone. I have the picture here somewhere. Let me look. Who's even in this gauntlet? Hold on, I have it somewhere.
And don't forget, WWE World is coming to Las Vegas April 17th to the 21st. WWE and Fanatics events announced a 5-day event featuring immersive fan experiences, including live shows and
all right, so here it is. These are the teams that are in the gauntlet.
The largest WWE superstar in WrestleMania history. Paid autographs and photo ops.
Casey and Katana, it's not going to be them.
Heading to WWE World.
Zoe and Shayna, I don't think it'll be them. Nietzsche and B-Fab, slight possibility. Piper and Isla, I think they have a good chance. And Maxine and Natty also have a good chance, but no, I think it's going to be Lyra and Bayley. They seem like the best team, so it may actually be them. If it's not them, I'm thinking maybe Alba and Piper. I think they would be my second pick. With my third pick being Nietzsche and B-Fab, but it's very, very low, I think,
and I cannot
an opportunity for that to actually happen. So I think it's looking like it's going to be Bayley and Lyra, and if not, Alba and Piper.
Logan Paul.
I know a lot of people on planet Earth are hoping for that.
Mike Parker, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Corey MacArthur in the building. Says, hello, Denise. Glad to know the stress level for WrestleMania has lifted, and I know our watch along will rock both nights. How's everything going? So far, so good. Shot 2 videos today. Very productive day. And I'm trying to think if there's really anything else I did. Not really. That was the only thing I really did today was 2 videos, and then by the time I knew it, it was already time to watch Raw. Thank you, Corey. Hope you're having a good day.
Honestly.
All right, let's see what AJ's saying.
Embarrass Logan Paul on the grandest stage of them all because you can't beat experience. Experience.
Oh no.
Experience worked for you last week. And who exactly got embarrassed? Explain this whole situation to me, please. What is it that you want to hear? What is it that you want from me? You know exactly what I want. All I want to do is help you. We need the AJ Styles that's going to get the job done. What
is he talking about?
Obsession with you and this other AJ Styles. Because I can't let you lose at Mania. If you lose, we all lose. We need it. Okay. You want the other side of AJ Styles? Fine. I'll talk to Adam Pearce. And next week on Monday Night Raw, I'll give you a taste.
Why is he making it seem like AJ Styles sucks and like if he can't beat
Styles can
Logan
shut him up,
Paul?
100%. Cross barking up the stuff.
Wait, what is that? I don't even care. I'm out. All right, what do we got? Is it time for what are they doing here with Dragon Lee? Who's Dragon Lee's opponent tonight?
What?
They announced that beforehand. I missed it.
They are. So I want to take you back to what happened 2 weeks ago. Dragon Lee, one-on-one in El Grande Americano's debut match here in WWE. And the man who
I don't know.
claims that he loves the tradition of Lucha Libre. What does he do? He actually takes the mask off Dragon Lee, which is a no-no when it comes to luchadors. And because of that, Grande Americano using an ankle lock, like Chad Gable does.
A lot of wrestlers in the past have used that, but certainly disrespectful to rip off Dragon Lee's mask.
Wait, what is happening? Wait. Wait, what is happening? Wait, I thought El Grande Americano. I thought he was supposed to face Chad Gable. Wasn't that what they said they were going to do?
I wonder how much.
Well, listen, Chad Gable's really upset because he wanted to perform in front of his
I thought they made it seem like it was going to be Chad Gable versus El Grande Americano.
No, that is not true. Chad Gable had the sniffles.
Man, I completely misunderstood that last week then. That was my assumption. I'm like, wait, how are they going to pull that off?
How much El Grande Americano has
I didn't realize they were going to do 3-on-3.
It was like they're all on the same page here early.
Well, he's been training them for many
Exactly,
months
John. Exactly. That's why I was like, what?
This is El Grande Americano.
JB says no. They just said Grande would be in action since Chad is sick. All right, well, now I'm out. I was thinking that's what they were going to do, and I'm like, oh, how are they going to make that work?
Did something very disrespectful to Dragon Lee. We'll take that as
Courtney Farr says Chad was sick. Oh, man. That's lame. That would have been hella hilarious because that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how they were going to figure that whole thing out.
I'm trying my best to do some journalism so we can learn as we can about this new luchador here on Monday Night Raw.
And Brutus Creed looks to ground this.
All right, so we're getting a 6-man
to start this matchup. Ivy Nile, of course, at ringside for American Made as well.
Brutus wearing the American flag bandana around his head. Well, it's going to get ripped off quickly.
He's got American gear. They're American made, Pat. Oh, and a big shoulder tackle.
Much like Jack Daniels, Ford. These are American made boys.
Nice arm drag to
now, El Grande Americano is not American made, I do believe.
Thank you so much, Luis. Thank you.
Everybody's pumped to hear that.
DC Funk says new mic. Yes, it is 1 week old. Welcome to the new mic. Yes, here it is. I still need to get a sticker though to like cover this. I feel I don't need to be shilling for sure. They don't pay me to shill for them.
Since seeing him in college.
Oh, thanks, Bone Daddy says they revealed it on X. Told y'all, I was not online today.
Julius thought he was in control there during the spin. Joaquin said, I love it.
Now looking for an armbar now.
We got Steven Marchulli who says, are they adding Cross to AJ versus Paul? I doubt it. I don't think they're going to do that. Definitely not.
Have to officiate.
Thank you, Steven.
There were no tags, Rod. LWO is rolling.
6-way intersection here.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't even know who's legal now.
I know the LWO are kicking ass.
And
all right, that was fun.
Need to regroup. Rey Mysterio's loving it. Uh-oh, look out.
Oh, that was cool. That looked nice. That was smooth. That was very, very eye-pleasing. Very, very pleasing.
was spectacular. Not all of America made loves that, obviously. Ivy Nile just shot us a nasty look for complimenting the LWO, who are in complete control.
Tag. So Dragon Lee is now legal for LWO, and this is like a tornado tag match at this point.
A lot of action. El Grande Americano.
Now look at Creed.
Holy hell, the athleticism!
American made to turn things around.
And they're making this match pretty fun, by the way.
In the target center.
Oh, that looks even better in slow motion.
Here on Netflix.
Oh, that looks so good in slow motion. Oh, I wanted to finish seeing it in slow motion. That was very cool because everyone went like in levels. You know what I'm saying? From left to right. It was like large, medium, small. Can't explain it. It looked really nice.
Everybody's regathering.
Hey, what's up, Walter Johnson? Thank you so much for tuning in. Grace Pierce says cool camera angle facts. John Bay says, or Lisa and Denise, they're not the same person. Hey, you know what? I heard that Lisa girl's a bitch.
All-American, greatest wrestler in the history of Duke University, and here comes the Grande Americano.
It's so funny.
He's a U.S. Olympian.
It's so funny. Hey, what's up, Kim Lasky Moore? Thank you so much for tuning in. Awesome, we got HMPD agent Josh Perry in here. We got Sean.
Chad Gable was being interviewed while El Grande Americano was getting kicked out of the arena.
That was a few weeks ago, and still not quite sure how they pulled that off, but nonetheless.
July 26th says Chad Gable's going to be replaced with El Grande Americano on American Made. I mean, he is taking so many sick days, so yeah. Hey, we got Tracy in the house. What's up, Tracy? Says, is Lisa your heel persona? It's so funny because I always wanted to have an alter ego. And you know, it's funny, before the whole thing with The Rock happened, I was talking about it. I think I was talking about it here or somewhere. I was talking about creating an alter ego. And I thought, it's one of those things that I'll eventually get to, right? I'll eventually do something like that. And then, lo and behold, one was born right before my eyes.
I don't know for sure. I mean,
so I guess Lisa is my alter ego.
2025.
Lisa's evil twin.
That's not Chad.
We got Daryl Keith Ford. Hey, Daryl, good to see you, man. Corey MacArthur, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Chad Gable should be in trunks as Al Americana.
That's not Chad.
Wait, Al Americano. Oh, Al Americano.
Ivy agrees with me.
In trunks. Yeah, you're right, Corey. You're so right.
There you go.
I 1000% agree. He should be in trunks.
I think you should do an exclusive interview with El Grande Americano.
Or tights or something, just different from the singlet.
The kick out.
Hey, 100% agree. I didn't even think about that, honestly, till right now.
English, you know.
Thank you, Corey.
You've been brushing up on your Spanish.
Aquí estamos, mi amigo. Hola. ¿Cómo está? That's about as far as I get right there, brother.
That's all he got. Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
Cerveza, por favor.
Una cerveza, por favor.
Very well.
Yeah, you're a professional at that one, brother.
Also, this is very Spanish, too. Whis. Okay.
What?
That is, that's
what did Michael Cole try and say?
You guzzle by the gallon.
I have no idea what Michael Cole tried saying in Spanish right now. I heard Misque? Misque? What?
It's been an incredible night so far. The penultimate Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, and Julius Creed just smacking down Dragon Lee, taking out Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro said, I don't want none of that.
That's a good decision. Save yourself so you can save your team, maybe.
The American Made has turned this around. Dragon Lee trying to rally now for the LWO.
Gio says, "K."
Brutus runs right in the right hand. He's a couple of fries short of a half.
Joseph says, "Oh, don't quit your day job." I don't even know what he was trying to say. Like, legit, I have no idea what he was trying to say.
And Creed's in trouble here. And Dragon Lee right to the gut.
We're back from commercial break, by the way.
Set him right up for that. Dragon Lee needs a tag.
Walter Johnson says, "Oh, speak English better."
Uh-oh. Cruz del Toro legal. Cross body takes out Brutus. Man, what a fast-paced matchup here tonight. Oh, big forearm. Down goes El Grande.
Well, at least he got El Grande down.
Cruz del Toro is flying. Ooh.
1,000 miles an hour here by Cruz del Toro.
Rey Mysterio's got to be so proud of his protege's big kick to the ear.
Massive boot, full speed. Brutus.
Oh! Cover now. Oh, thought he was going to go for the cover. Don't know why he didn't, but nonetheless.
Oh, he said, here's some merch. Are you not entertained?
Cruz now up to the apron. Looking for the high-risk maneuver now to put Julius away. Del Toro.
Brutus on the wrong end.
Oh, nice.
Dive through on Julius.
Take one out, take two out.
And now El Grande Americano runs into a kick to the face. Off the top rope. Leapfrog. El Grande. Standing switch now by Del Toro. One for El Grande as well. There's the roll through. Thought he had the tights, but a kick out at 2.
I think from what we've learned thus far, El Grande Americano is not scared to grab the tights a little bit.
Dragon Lee now. Double team coming from the LWO. Wow!
What the?
El Grande Americano is going to think he really is Chad Gable. After that. The Dragon Lee said that, El Grande's making a farce of Lucha Libre.
Get his ass, Dragon Lee. Get his ass.
Oh, sit out power bomb. Wow! Shooting star.
How did the
by
cat says maybe he
Julius.
mixed up Cheeseman? I don't know what he was trying to say. I can't even predict what Michael Cole was trying to say.
There are bodies everywhere in what has been a physical and fast-paced 6-man tag match.
That could have been over right there.
And deservedly so, the second This Is Awesome chant of the night. And look at this.
Oh, not. Oh! Guys, did you see the it was like gravity did not exist for a split second. It looked like he was floating in the sky.
What is Del Toro doing here?
That was pretty
Del
cool.
Toro now, top rope.
Oh, beautiful. That's what I mean. Like the LWO are good. Like they were doing good. Like they've had a couple of good matches over on NXT. I don't feel like they had gotten to show how flashy they are on Raw.
Ivy just handed something to El Grande.
I don't know what that was though.
His mask. Rey Mysterio may have seen it. Was that a piece of metal, Pat?
I don't know. It certainly looked like it could have been.
Mysterio caught him.
No!
Oh, no! Ray knocks him to the floor. Rod, he's got something in his mask. The official.
Yo, are they gonna do El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania? Why do I feel like they might do that? Based off of that headbutt.
Flying headbutt with a loaded mask.
El Grande Americano wins. He had something in his mask. Metal headbutt, says Johnny. Metal headbutt. Sounds like a band. But yeah, I agree with Zeno Hour, by the way. This was a fun matchup here. There was some exciting moments. That was cool. Look at that. Look at that. That was so cool.
As Joaquin Wild took to the sky, and then Del Toro with a corkscrew cross body.
Now watch this. Ivy and I are clearly handing what looked like a piece of metal to El Grande Americano, which he put underneath his mask. He first used it against Mysterio. Now, Ray was smart enough to it. He knew what had happened, and he paid for it.
And then El Grande Americano comes down from the clouds. Headbutt to Dragon Lee, 1, 2, 3. I think what we've learned thus far is El Grande Americano is willing.
Sarah says here, the unbeaten streak continues for El Grande Americano. Thick Boy says, well, I've known plenty of metal butt heads.
That's a different human, yeah.
Mr. says Americano is coming for Goldberg streak.
Official WrestleMania after parties taking place each night.
See what else we got.
17th through Sunday, April 20th.
Hey, what's up, Joshua? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Official host hotel of WrestleMania.
We got Matt says Mysterio versus DGA, Mask versus Mask at Mania.
I actually was thinking maybe that might be the place for me to actually debut one of my classic rap songs.
Yeah, I know that you are a icon in the rap world, is how you describe it.
Michael Cole's gonna debut a rap song
on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. You can actually watch it on X, TikTok, and
Oh,
Pat
big
McAfee's
night
YouTube channel.
with
It is
Pat
McAfee's
McAfee and
Big
friends in
Night
Pittsburgh.
Out. It's going to be fun, right?
It is going to be fun. We just got done with the first rehearsal
Wednesday.
yesterday. Got a chance to see what's all possible. Going to be giving away a bunch of money, having a great night, trying to bring the world together and be an additive to society. Should be awesome on Wednesday
I
night.
had the opportunity to be there yesterday, folks. You have no idea what's in store for you on Wednesday night. Well, let's switch gears and show you what happened last week on Monday Night Raw. The world champion Gunther making a statement.
All right, we
in a
got
match
Jeff
against
Blacksuit. What's
Denise
up, Jeff
Trouble.
Blacksuit? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, love your look today. Have a great stream, Denise. Thank you so much, man. I'm calling this my Mexican Barbie look. But no, seriously, I got it on sale, so even better. Even better. Thank you so much, Jet Blacksuit, because I wouldn't have bought this full price. Full price, I would not have bought in it. $8, I'm buying it. Thank you so much, Jet Blacksuit.
I'm going out there and closing that noise. Don't worry. Love you. Love you too.
Sick boy's gonna go grab a coffee. Enjoy yourself a nice coffee.
The job for Jimmy Uso is clear. Pull down the blue.
Joseph Bosa says maybe some of those Forever 21 looks can help Denise for Mania week. I think I got a few actually that I might wear for WrestleMania. There's one actually that I'm thinking about wearing for the Busted Open party. That's if I can fit into it. I'm not really too sure. I got like a size that I usually get, but then when I opened the package up, because that was one that I ordered online, it just looked way smaller than I anticipated, and I was like, oh no, I don't know if this is gonna fit. So we'll see. We'll see. If not, I have some backups, and we'll be okay.
Gunther going to continue to make an example of Jimmy Uso.
Hey, see, Alpin says you're La Grande Mexicana, Denise. Let's see. King of Strong Style says Denise knows how to find a real bargain and respect. Oh, me, I love me some bargains. Are you kidding me? It's my thing. Johnny Gossett says, what's your all-time favorite WrestleMania match? Taker and Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. It used to be WrestleMania 26, but then when I watched them back-to-back, I realized that 25 was better than 26. So I would say 25. Although it still sounds weird because I was so used to saying their WrestleMania 26 match was my favorite, but I had to make some changes. All right, let's see what we get out of this today, because last week was a brutal, violent, and bloody for Jay, Jimmy, and Gunther.
Come on, Jay. Look what I've got to brother. Hey! Gunther! Don't do this!
Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Good to see you here on the stream. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for hopping on. Stewart says they might destroy Gunther's suit in time. Yo, I was saying earlier that he looks like he's ready for picture day. So maybe. That was brutal, man. Jimmy Uso turned red. Carlos V says, my favorite match was Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler. Said no one ever. Literally. I'm pretty sure there's someone out there. Someone out there is like, this is my favorite match ever. Trust me. We got Johnny T in the building. Says Gunther gonna hurt someone again. And I like it. I hope he does. I hope he does, because this is getting Gunther back on track. Look at Gunther. I told you. Look at him. He looks like he's ready for picture day. Look at the smile and everything. He's like,
on his face. He's here live.
I'm here. I'm ready. Here's my second grade school photo. That's literally Gunther right now. Literally Gunther. It's so funny. So funny.
I'm here with
all right, here's Liv and Raquel.
WWE Tag Team Champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Ladies, thank you for the time.
Oh, I love
This
Liv Morgan's
Friday on
jacket.
SmackDown, we're going to have a
Very,
number
very
one
cool.
contenders tag team gauntlet match to determine your
Ooh,
opponents
so
in less than
cute.
2 weeks.
at WrestleMania. What do you make of the field for this match?
The field, Jackie? Who cares who's on the field? The only thing I know about all of those women is that they all share the same fate. They are going to get embarrassed on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania, by the very best women's tag team champions.
Raquel looks so good with her hair like that. I feel like that should be her go-to. Her go-to hair.
If you can you please remind us of the teams that are in this gauntlet? Please refresh my memory.
Of course I can.
Oh man, she's really making Jackie have to run through all the teams.
Tag team champions Kaden and Katana.
Okay. Great, but not as great as us. Next.
Okay, there's also the brand new tag team of Natalia and Maxine Dupree.
Could be great, but not as great as us. Next.
Okay, how about Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark?
Great, but not as great as us. Okay, next.
Okay, we're halfway through. From SmackDown, you have Chelsea's handlers, if you will, Piper Niven and Alba Fire.
Great, but not as great as us.
She knows it. Okay, what's next?
I feel like I see where this is going. What about Mishin and BFAB?
Great, but not as great as us.
Okay, there's one last team, and it's a pretty formidable duo. We have the women's Intercontinental champion, Lyra Valkyria, teaming up with Bayley.
Yo, you guys got to give Jackie some credit. She remembered all those teams.
I think great, but not as great as us. Jackie, you know what all these teams have?
All of those teams. That's pretty hard, man.
But not as great as us, because Raquel and I are the
ECLMPG says, why do you get the bonus shit?
Three-time women's tag
VPN plus Netflix, and you get yourself all the bonus shit.
And
hope that helps.
You know what that makes us? That makes us the greatest women's tag team champions.
Hey, what's up, Vinny Doom? Thank you so much for hopping in, man. Good to see you. Fast Spreader says too many makeshift teams. Yeah, that's why I was like, I want to see Jackie remember all of these, because there's a lot in there.
We look forward to seeing you defend these titles in less than 2 weeks in Las Vegas.
Defend and win. We are walking in and out of
Tilla
WrestleMania
Johnson says formidable. They haven't even teamed together.
Okay, thank you for the time.
I think she meant it in the sense that they both are good wrestlers on their own.
Where again, you will defend your women's tag team championships. Thank you so much.
Jay Grouse 9 says Denise is in Canada with her green screen of her own.
While
Facts.
I'm here, I think it is important to say that tonight, Daddy Dom was going to show how much of a man he is when he...
Jackie's like, we're out of time, Liv. Jackie, I mean, she's like, we're out of time. It's funny. Sarah Bridgman, hey, you're right. Like, she does have an earpiece, so someone probably told her. Yeah, you're right about that.
Of the Attitude Era.
Forgot about that, huh? Like, sure, her earpiece, duh. I don't even think I could remember all the teams, and I just went through them right now.
You knew what this
meant. They showed Taylor Swift's GIF. They showed Taylor Swift's GIF. I saw it in the corner of my eyes as I was turning this direction. I'm like, wait, I see Taylor Swift. Tracy WB says, so if I get VPN, no more super chats, so no VPN.
Very inappropriate joke. You know,
I'm sorry, Tracy. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat.
Heaven forbid you give him any valuable material.
At the bright side, you can hear it here on the audio.
Last week, Generation X completed a full set. He's one of the funniest people I know. We traveled up and down the roads together.
Generation
every stretch of the way. And if you're not down with that, then we've got 2 words for you.
Fun.
Fontainebleau in Las Vegas is the official hotel of WrestleMania 41.
What's up, Jakeem? Thank you so much for tuning
WWE
in.
Hall of Fame ceremony on Friday, April 18th at 10 p.m. Pacific, 2 hours after SmackDown ends, so there's plenty of time to get down the strip to catch the Hall of Fame. The inductions of Lex Luger, Michelle McCool, the Natural Disasters, the immortal match from...
Are you guys watching the Hall of Fame?
Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart.
Let me know who's watching the Hall of Fame here.
We'll be live from the new live theater. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster.
Are the tickets for Hall of Fame expensive?
It is also Pat and I's distinct honor.
Because I wasn't going to go to the Hall of Fame.
Be a part of this
and so I didn't apply for it, and now I'm just like, oh shit, I'm changing my mind now.
Legendary
So
night celebrating the legends that made this business what it is today. Cannot wait to celebrate the past while honoring today and getting excited for the WrestleMania happening tomorrow.
what's up, Crazy Cool G? Thank you so much for tuning in, man.
Monday Night Raw.
Walter Johnson says yes because he wants to see Lex Luger get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Mr. says at midnight my old behind will be asleep. I know. It's really late. Thank you so much, Salvador. Well, I haven't had this many compliments about my hair like ever, besides the space buns. The space buns get a lot of compliments.
This guy should try one.
Thank you, Salvador. Yo, what's up? I found a new look. I'm going to run with it then. Joseph Boza says she's still to be okay to be credentialed. No. So the way that it works, guys, is you have a time limit. There's a time limit to apply, and there's a time limit to, you're told when you're in and stuff like that. If you didn't apply for everything in the beginning, then you can't go back. Like, you can't go back and adjust that. Like, if you said no to WrestleMania, then no it is. And because you select the events that you want to attend. So if you don't select them ahead of time, you can't go back. So it's like already done. Like, I had not selected Hall of Fame.
Based upon the bloody.
So now that I want to go to Hall of Fame, I can just go on my own.
He gave Jimmy Uso last week as his brother Jay looked on.
Yeah, so I don't know how much those tickets are, but it's super late, though. I'm probably better off watching from my hotel.
World Heavyweight Championship fight.
We got Casey Clark here who says I'm going to watch it.
Is that man, Gunther, takes on a Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso, at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you're the champ, sir. Understand that.
Oh, my God. All right. He's
Johnny T says Mexican Barbie cool. Thank you. Sick Boy says Hall of Fame is fine to watch. Don't think I would pay to be there, though. It's very tiring. You got to have a shit ton of energy, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's hard to miss him, especially.
But yeah, it's going to be on super late.
On top of our commentary
I got to be up early the next day. I got to be at the Busted Open party. I'm supposed to be there from 9 to 11. So I got to be like up and ready to go. Desi Baby says that's 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's what 1 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm too old. It's very late. I wish they didn't. I wish they didn't do it so late. To be honest, I really wish they didn't do that. But hey, that's just the way that it works out for them.
Sorts there, if you will.
Brent Hawkins says the cheapest ticket is $200. Oh, and that's nosebleed. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I didn't even realize that my Black Taurus mask had fallen on the floor. Didn't even realize it was on the floor.
In the target center.
Just me, Oot.
Paul, you yeeting?
I'm yeeting.
Where the hell is he, Cole? There he is!
Alrighty. Oh, he blended in today because he's wearing all black. Man, everybody on the roster is wearing black today.
But Minneapolis, Minnesota.
So Pat, there's a.
I'm glad he's not happy today and yeeting after what Gunther did to his brother. Their polar opposite. Gunther's all smile and Jey Uso's like. Which is what they should be, obviously. Oh, no! Someone has a sign that says mid-event Jey Uso right next to Jey Uso. Oh, no!
A very serious and intense.
Not in coming out right next to Jay.
For the World Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, we'll yeet for you, Jay.
Oh, that was brutal.
You can't blame Jay for
that was brutal.
Last week.
That person planned it out perfectly too, where they were in the right section, in the right seat, where Jey Uso would walk out, and that sign would show.
Helpless.
Yo, that's messed up.
Okay.
Fast Rider says that's better than Curtin Jerker Jey Uso. Julius is like, that was cruel. Yo, I would have cried. I'd have been like, no. But hey, you know, they're wrestlers. They're used to they're used to people having, I mean, remember back in the day, like the craziest signs that you would see, like some really bad ones, to the point where like WWE blurs them out now if they're really bad. You know, they gotta, even if you're a baby face, you're gonna get some signs that are, you know, cruel.
Minnesota on Raw.
And it's just what it is. It's just the game.
I don't know how Jey restrained himself. He's so locked in right now.
All right, let's see what Jey says. He's got to go deep with this promo. Oh, Jey has cute little earrings. Hey, did you get those at Forever 21 too? I'm like, I feel like I have those earrings. Good. Be angry. Yes. Good. Love it. No more time for party. No more. This is the new layer to Jey Uso that we needed to see. Louis says for $8. Literally. I'm pretty sure I have those earrings. Jey tends to take a long time before he gets to it. He always does this. It's always a really long pause until we get to the start.
Gunther. You have a mother. You got a mom.
Kill him? What? The fan chanted kill him.
What do y'all talk about? Family stuff. She asked you like, how's the wife? How's her grandson doing? Walk the dog. Did you guys cook dinner? What did you eat? You know what I'm saying, Oos? Regular family stuff. I got a mother too. You want to know what me and my mom talked about this week? You want to know what I had to tell her? Her oldest son laid up in a hospital bed.
To not people yeeting to that.
Her oldest son got 15 stitches across his forehead.
Ah, they yeeted to that too.
You want to know what she asked me? She said, why didn't you protect him, Joshua? As a grown man, I've never lied to my mom. I ain't gonna start now. You wanna know what I told her? I told her I was afraid. I told her I was afraid of you. But you had me, Gunther. You had me, man. You had the drop on me. You was 3 steps ahead of me. You playing chess, I'm playing checkers. You had me. But it wasn't enough for you. You had to go get my family involved. And you know how I feel about my family. They do, especially Jimmy.
I love how he's trying to guilt Gunther, but it's definitely not happening. Sarah Bridgman says when he's zip-tied, he was zip-tied. Louis says mom versus mom booking. Gunther's mom versus Jay's mom.
Zip tied to the ropes. Look, Goose, I sat here and I watched you wipe my brother's blood all over your body. Now his blood is on my hands too. I ain't never felt so hopeless.
Gunther's face.
So helpless.
He's like, yeah, sure.
Disrespected, pissed off, mad, angry, damn near scared. You made the whole damn world stop. Violated my twin in front of me.
So
made my heart stop. You know what the crazy thing is, Zeus? In my darkest moment, my darkest time, right here in front of the world, man, a light bulb went off on me, Zeus.
He had an epiphany.
Ain't that something?
What
you know
was
what I
it?
realized? You want to know what I realized, Zeus? Hey, Gunther, look at me. I'm not afraid of you no more.
Let's see how Gunther feels about that.
No. Before WrestleMania, hug and kiss your family. Before WrestleMania, the night before, I'm gonna lay my head down and I'm gonna say a prayer. I'm gonna pray about you, more so for me.
That's
and
nice.
I'm
Good for
the
Gunther.
Lord to forgive me for the man who I'm about to become.
I've always liked that line. Heard it a few times throughout the years. I've always liked that line.
I'm gonna get you for Jimmy. I'm gonna get you for my whole damn family. And I will take the World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, well, there you go. I was actually thinking we were here a little bit from Gunther, but Gunther didn't say anything or do anything. That's strange. Look, I think they want Gunther to look like he's worried.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since Jey
Yeah, it's a
Uso
totally
made the
different
decision
side
after
of Jey
winning the
Uso
Royal
than we've
Rumble
seen
to take on
before.
Gunther for the world title at WrestleMania. For the first time since that point, Gunther, in my opinion, has lost the upper hand in this rivalry. The emotion brought out in Jey Uso after the beatdown of his brother Jimmy, Gunther forcing Jey to
I feel like
has changed Jey Uso.
one of the things I would rather have seen Jey Uso say is that, like, if he felt like he was afraid of him, he wasn't anymore. That didn't matter anymore after what he did to his brother. I think that would have probably just hit a little harder. But I think that's the way that I'm going to take it as.
Ladies and gentlemen, that of course comes up at WrestleMania next week. Of course, the week of WrestleMania.
Till the pickle says Gunther just looked disinterested. He's like, oh, well, yeah, that's what it is. That was the vibe he was giving. Mr. says it started slow, but it picked up. I think once the fans stopped yeeting, that's when you were allowed to, like, focus in more on what Jey was saying, because Jey was being serious and the fans were yeeting, and it didn't match the vibe of what he was trying to say. You know, he was trying to be more serious. I think once the yeeting stopped, that's when it got better.
Yes, my tribal chief. Wise man. Yes, my tribal chief. Is he still talking about this favor?
SmackDown replay.
CM Punk wouldn't be in the main event of WrestleMania if it wasn't for me. I say we bring CM Punk out here. Let me hear what this favor is.
We got Don Likely Jr. who says that Jay's promo was absolutely on fire. Sick Boy says that y'all just don't mess with family. That should bring you back. Pedro Soto says better than a few weeks ago. Reese Johnson says Gunther saying to himself, I made the wrong move to make Jay Uso mad. And Gunther has no regrets. I don't buy that Gunther has any regrets. By the way, Terrence Matthew, I just saw your super chat. I didn't see this earlier. Says, finally they made it a triple threat. Yes, with Bianca, Jade, and Io, finally. It felt like it took very many different routes to finally get to this, but they finally did make it official. Terrence Matthews, thank you so much for the super chat, man. It's really cool of you. Thank you.
Well, they aren't here anymore.
Okay, now I'm officially all caught up.
You, my tribal chief, out of your comfort zone. Because at WrestleMania,
JV from Georgia says, we want crowd participation in USA, but that was the time to just shut the fuck up and listen. Oh, I added the fuck up. You didn't even put that in, I added it. Shut up and listen.
You understand he loves me, right? He needs me. Even if I let him, he wouldn't. Wise man.
Yes, my tribal chief.
Let this desperate fool down easy, will you?
No, my tribal chief.
Are you crying?
Look at Paul's face.
You better wipe him up and tell him no. I'm going to give you one more opportunity.
I like when Roman was like, are you crying? Like, look at you, you pathetic.
No, my
Why would you be
tribal
crying?
chief,
That's the way he did it. That was funny.
I promise you, I am going to put a beating on the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. I am going to whip Seth Rollins' ass at the main event of WrestleMania.
You know, Pat, I ran into Paul Heyman.
All right, what's
today.
next?
He
What do
was
we
here in
got?
Minneapolis. He looked anxious.
Oh, it's the New Day.
He was sweating.
I didn't recognize their Titantron. I'm like, who is this? It wasn't until it said the New Day where I was like, oh, okay, it's the New Day. Obviously, I'm not used to this New Day.
A New Day with an opportunity to.
I like it. The Tron
Tag team
and
the.
it looks very, very cool.
An opportunity to win the gold.
It's giving like video game vibes. And considering that Xavier Woods is a big video game fan, I'm not surprised. But yeah, this looks like the cover of a video game. And I'm not even a gamer, but that just what it looks like. Alrighty, we are on a commercial break, but they should be back soon in a second. Here with the New Day.
For months now, blamed Big E.
Sick Boy says New Train Day.
Over the past, couple of years.
Megan says, don't forget to talk about their segment tonight. Did I skip it last week?
Tweet was sent on an X today by Kofi Kingston.
Did I?
This marks the 6-year anniversary of Kofi Kingston.
I'm sorry. I hate when I accidentally forget to like skip something. When I skip something, I genuinely feel bad. Especially because I don't take notes during the shows, guys. I used to take notes. I don't take notes no more. I just go based off of like what I remember from the show. So you know how it is. You know how it is.
Why did you Photoshop out Big E?
Race Peace says you're officially a gamer now.
No, he was there.
I doubt it. I feel like real gamers would get incredibly insulted by that.
He was there for you. Kofi Mania.
A selective memory by Kofi and Xavier Woods, the New Day.
What y'all want to do?
Xavier Woods and Kofi yelling at every member.
Hey, what up, John Harris? Thank you so much for popping up. Still the Pickle says we're in the final hour. Yeah, I actually just noticed that. I didn't even look at the clock until right now. Thank you so much, Brendan, for saying you watched some of my WWE 2K gameplay and loved it. Thank you, man. Andre Rosen says, damn, Kofi Mania was 6 years ago. Time flies. I know. Crazy how much happens. And I mean, that feels like 40 years ago at this point. Feels
You used
so
to be
long
popular.
ago.
People love you.
Corey
The
says, "Me, who are you
Bootios.
fooling? You are a gamer."
The ice cream. I bought him. I love the Bootios.
My sister was like, "Hey, by the way, when do I get my PlayStation back?" And I was like, "Girl, come and get it whenever you want. I'm done playing games."
I thought you were keto.
She was like, "Okay, fine, I'll go pick it up." So my sister's picking up her PlayStation this weekend, and my gamer era is over. I'll be back the next time another video game, WWE 2K26 comes out, or 27, or whatever the next one is.
Here is the War Raiders are our champions. The War Raiders are tag team champions. Ready for a fighting as the New Day is barking at everybody they can
Wait,
see.
is this what is this match? Is this a tag team titles match, or is this just a match? Oh, no. Yep. Tag team titles on the line. Okay. All right, tag team titles are on the line. I just had to double check. The Moneymaker Chris says, Kofi Mania was my first Mania I attended. Hell yeah, man, I was there for that. It was a really great night for me. Really great night. Thank you so much, Chris. Mike Parker collects CWO member for 26 months. Says, I feel like Paul will turn on Punk. I hope not. I would absolutely hate if he did that. I would boo my guts out. Literally boo my guts out if that happened.
Raw is in Minneapolis tonight. Remember,
Thank you,
Stephanie's
Mike.
place is
Mr. Seth, the last time a girl told me she was done playing games, she took her earrings out. I am done playing games.
Famous names in WWE history. It's available to watch now on ESPN Plus.
I feel like if I was going to throw down with someone, I feel like I would forget to take my earrings off.
And it features the Eradicator.
I don't think I would think, hey, take your earrings off if you're going to get thrown down. Ooh, let me see this.
No way. This show is worth doing just for this. Look at this. Oh my God.
I like seeing Stephanie and Rhea engage with each other.
That is so cool. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I would love to wear this and attempt to do your entrance.
Is Stephanie going to try to do the entrance?
Give it a shot. That is for sure. Not many
I'm
people
like,
get
is
the
she?
opportunity to accompany Rhea Ripley on stage.
Oh, it actually says Stephanie
How could I say no?
McMahon.
And if I'm doing it, I'm going all in.
Oh, she really is doing. Oh, she did the makeup. Oh, I wanted to watch the rest of that.
Every Wednesday, ESPN Plus.
All right, okay. I'm definitely
and
gonna have to look at
Disney
that. I'm definitely gonna have to look at that. Hey, I was interested. They chose a good clip.
It's another thing to do it.
Thank you so much, 37 Rays.
It's WrestleMania season, right? Let's go in.
Ryan totally boo your guts. How is that even possible? Watch me.
Good luck on Friday.
My guts are gonna come out on the WrestleMania stream.
Be good, guys.
That's too funny.
Well, you don't have to say it. I saw it. Okay? You tell me when and where. And you want Gable, I'll give him to you.
No, I don't want a match against Chad Gable.
I want a match against El Grande Americano.
Me and everything I stand for. He's making a mockery of everything I've worked for in my entire life. Art and tradition of lucha libre, and you know who that is. El Grande Americano.
Yes, get him.
Expose him for the fraud that he is. Let me pick a place
WrestleMania.
on where I want to face him.
Okay.
Come on, Ray, say it.
Por favor.
I respect for you.
Gracias. Rey Mysterio against El Grande Americano at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Adam Pearce acting shocked like he didn't know that was
Ray,
coming.
Respect for you. The match is oficial.
Muchas gracias.
All right, let's
I
go.
love it. Ray, El Grande Americano at WrestleMania.
Ray's about to whoop that.
Well, folks, the Bunk Blue in Las Vegas is the official hotel of WrestleMania 41.
All right, let's see what else we got.
The 2025 WWE Hall of
Stuart
Fame
Bridgman says
ceremony
these
on
would
Friday,
100%
April
start
18th.
hooking up and then the finger waves.
Dead
before a
Man Show will
fight.
take place Saturday, April 20th, and the roast of WrestleMania featuring Tony
Oh,
and
man.
friends on Sunday, April 20th. NXT.
Andre Rosa here says Grande Americano versus Mysterio at Mania Mask versus Mask. They should, because we know Rey Mysterio ain't losing. If Rey Mysterio lost his mask, to El Grande Americano, my guts would really come out from all the booing I would do. You would literally see me boo my guts out.
on your show Kill Tony, debuting on Netflix.
All right, let's see what else we got.
Happy to be here on Raw. This is a childhood dream come true. This is absolutely unbelievable. McAfee's the man. Michael Cole, I've been watching you forever. The first match you called was David versus Goliath.
Hey, let's go up to Alicia Taylor now, the ring announcer.
Slingshot.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
Oh, they're having this guy do commentary for this?
Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers.
Andre Rosa, I fell for that yesterday, by the way. I was so mad. I had to leave the room. I was so mad. I felt like what a disrespect. I was so mad when I thought that Bandito had lost his mask.
Big round of applause from Tony Hinchcliffe.
Not shocked. The New Day.
This is the new Day.
I love it.
And their opponents at a combined
Third Bridgman says, have you listened to his show, Denise? It's a very acquired taste. Who, the Tony guy? I didn't know who this Tony guy was. And then WWE announced that he was doing the WrestleMania roast of WrestleMania. And instantly, I Googled him. And I learned some very unfavorable things about him, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's a hard pass for me. Hard pass for me. But yeah, I literally just heard of him until
WrestleMania Sunday.
He was
going for it.
announced for this WrestleMania roast thing.
Great comedians. A lot of wrestlers want to get in the mix. We're going to have a lot of surprises. These guys are all going to be making
Tony Hitchcock. Let me remember what
we're having there.
He had. Oh, Hitchcliffe. Come on, Hitchcock. He wishes. Hinchcliffe. Let's see. It says it here on his. Oh, okay. So for those of you, this is what he had said. So on October. Let's see. October 27, 2024, Hinchcliffe performed at a Donald Trump campaign rally in Madison Square Garden. During his set, he described Puerto Rico as a floating island of garbage, and joked that these Latinos, that they love making babies. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside and they just like they do to our country. His act relied on several ethnic stereotypes, including joking about carving watermelons with black people and making rock, paper, scissors joke involving Palestinians throwing rocks and Jews having a hard time throwing that paper. Hinchcliffe's remarks were widely criticized as racist, including by prominent politicians such as Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Walz, who called him a jackwad, and AOC, who is a Puerto Rican ancestry.
Hanging off either side of his head.
So this is just kind of a little bit of a rundown of what I read about Tony Hinchcliffe. So I'm not necessarily over the moon about hearing him on commentary.
Tag, here comes Eyeball.
Look at these big. This looks like Bert Kreischer's fan club against the New Day.
All right, we got a super chat, by the way, from Mike Parker Collects. He says, I already read this one. I'm sorry, Mike. I literally had just looked right now.
Yeah.
Up over the top, Kofi Kingston lands on his feet. And Eric, look at the power now of Eric. This exceptionally powerful tag made again. Frequent tags by the tag team champions.
Yeah, the War Raiders are incredibly nimble and wildly strong.
Get out.
And
all right, let's see. I don't think the titles are going to change hands, or maybe they will. I haven't decided because I know the New Day wanted to go to WrestleMania.
Oh, Xavier Woods right here in front of us. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
So I guess I was under the assumption that we would see a titles change hands at WrestleMania. That was my assumption.
You can't win the titles with a chair. Oh! Punch to the mouth of Xavier
Got ECLMPD who says, do you like the War Raiders? I do definitely do. Matt Narleb says, leave politics at the door. I get what you're saying, but not when it comes to like shading other people's races and whatnot. That I'm completely against at all times. Always, at all times. At all times, I am 100% always against anybody who's racist, sexist, homophobic, any crap like that, that's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line every single damn time.
Tony, go ahead, repeat the joke.
No.
Go ahead, we didn't hear it.
All I ask for is
We
just
didn't hear
basic,
it. We were in black. So.
basic human equality. Just be nice to other people, regardless if they don't look like you. That's where I draw the line. To me, that's not politics. To me, that's just basic human decency.
Xavier's now a Budio. Didn't they have pancakes too at one point?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, Brian Powell? Says hi, Denise. What's up, Brian?
See what we do out here, Tony?
I love it. Look at, he's like a big Santa Claus.
Who, Ivar?
Yeah, you know when kids are bad during Christmas time, they get Cole. If they're really, really bad, they get Michael Cole.
Oh, we've never heard that one before.
That's why you gotta go coal mining, baby.
Brian Powell says, when is your next WWE quiz? Oh, dang, Ivar just went straight in their nuts first. When is my next WWE quiz? It's actually this Thursday. This Thursday. Do not miss out. A lot of people never know when those are, because I always never plan them like too much ahead of time. So it's this Thursday. This Thursday. I think I scheduled it for 7 o'clock. Double check the main page. I'm sorry. No. I scheduled it for 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
Yeah. I just don't get it. These people in Minneapolis have no respect for one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history.
Oh, as they wishbone.
Infamous DJ one says, awesome outplay. Let's go.
You know what they said?
What's that?
Kill Tony.
That was
See
good.
what I did there?
Oh.
Yes, high five.
Never heard that one before.
Okay. So that's not the first.
I love it. You know, we can't see your ears under those headphones.
All right, we're 1 minute away from them coming back to commercial.
Michael Cole. Yep. And I got to tell you, that hairline is definitely on the road to WrestleMania right now.
It's a winding road.
What are you laughing at?
I mean, you've got a great haircut right now, though. People need to recognize it.
Beati says, I wonder who the main sponsor will be on the mat for WrestleMania. Who have they announced for sponsors? Have they been on the graph? Like, I'm sure they've had sponsors already on the graphics, right?
He's Tessitore with a ricochet as the noon.
I haven't played close enough attention to that.
Mocking Nate. And Woods down in the corner. Big.
Hey, Matt. I think you're just a little bit confused on what I stand for on this. I get what you're trying to say 100%, but no, Matt, no. It's a hard no for me. It's a hard no for me.
WWE fans all over the New Day here tonight.
And I don't want to be mean because that's not what I do, but legit, there are certain things that I'm not ever going to get behind of. And that's just one of them. It's just one of them.
Just came out today. We've been doing the show every Monday for 12 years. We do our show Monday nights at 8 too.
You didn't check your social yet, did you?
No.
Good.
Smart idea from a conversation earlier.
Oh, what a throw by Eric in the.
Eric and Ivar are such a good tag team. I feel like they just need more teams to, like, get in there with. Because every time they're in there with a good team, you get some damn good matches. Like, even right now, just this with the New Day.
Tony, with that stat alone, you could fit right in here to Monday Night
I think
Raw.
that's been the one thing that's been missing in this, like, run with the War Raiders is just seeing them get in there with more teams. Granted, we're kind of a little bit, we don't have that many teams, but I think the more variety, the better. Because they are such a strong team.
And Xavier, though, breaks it up.
Teamwork. Unbelievable.
Oh. And now Woods sent out of the ring right out here in front of us.
They got flipped upside down there.
Oh, look at that. Xavier Woods now with a steel chair.
Can't win
The
it if you
official
get
Sean
DQ.
Bennett dealing with Eric. A tug of war now over the chair. Uh-oh.
See, they're probably going to do the rematch then at a WrestleMania. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, there's no way the titles are changing hands tonight. It didn't feel like that's what they were going to do. It felt like they were going to do that until WrestleMania. So I have a feeling they're going to run this match back at WrestleMania.
And you're right, though, Tony. The New Day can't win the titles because War Raiders are disqualified. Oh my
Oh.
God! Holy
I love how he just came in. This like, okay, here you go. Here's a chair shot.
Ivar. He went right for the injured neck. And now the double team by the New Day. Kofi went for the bad neck of Ivar. And now
Yeah, I
the New
think
Day
New
is
Day's
assaulting
winning
a
that
2-on-1
Mania.
mugging
That's
of
what I'm
Evan.
thinking.
Swung that thing like a torpedo back.
I knew that's what. I'm like, there's
mentioned the
no
neck
way it's
issues.
not going to happen here today.
Earlier on, both Ivar and Eric having serious neck surgery. Both thought their careers were over.
Everyone's like Mania SmackDown, Gold still says Mania SmackDown. They do a couple of matches on Mania SmackDown, so it could happen there.
That's what you get for cheating. They cheated. Now the revenge is New Day.
Not you. The champs did get disqualified.
The beatdown's not over yet. The New Day sending Ivar into the barricade and into the timekeeper's area.
Used that wall twice on Xavier earlier, and now his ass gets dumped over top of it. And I don't think the New Day's done just yet.
The New
And again,
Day.
look at Xavier Woods. I told you this, Pat. Again, he's pointing to
The way that Pat says it. The New Day.
They know the weakness now of the tag team champions.
Hey, Ryan, says, Denise, can you do a Hangman game? Hey, it's been a while since I've done the Hangman games. I usually don't do them on the Raw post show because, the Raw watch along, because I do I leave the commercials going for everybody, and I don't like to talk over the segments on commercial breaks, but I will do it for SmackDown because SmackDown doesn't really have any of the stuff in between the commercial breaks, and it's a longer show, so I will bring it back for
Great
SmackDown.
job by Noble to protect Eric, and now they finally drag Kingston off the top ropes. That could have been a serious situation. May have ended Eric's career if he had hit there, if Kofi had hit that.
Tillin Johnson says, BTW, Chelsea Green better be on the main card, or I'm not watching. I'll just watch the watch along. I don't know what they're going to have Chelsea do at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure she'll be involved in something. She's so fun, and she's U.S. champion, so I think you got to have something there. Desi Baby says, have they announced SmackDown tag team match? Usually one ends up being a ladder match. They haven't yet that I recall. No, I don't think they've announced anything. Plus, they haven't even announced that girl was getting into it with Kofi Kingston. I was like, what is happening?
We're gonna have so much fun.
So she,
come true. Thank you,
the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal also hasn't been like officially announced, but I'm wondering if that'll happen at SmackDown.
Hotel
what I'm
part of
thinking.
WrestleMania week on Saturday, April 19th at 10 p.m. Pacific, and will feature the Phenom in an intimate setting, sharing never-before heard stories from his Hall of Fame career and taking questions.
Thank you
from
so
WWE
much, Ryan. I
universe.
appreciate you, man.
Tickets on
Thank
sale
you.
now via Ticketmaster.com. Are you done?
Ooh, I
taking
need to
selfies
change
with
the
Tony?
recording.
He
Sorry,
had the
guys.
headset on. He's a lifelong.
I always start new
WWE
recordings
fan.
after
Get a chance
every
to talk to him.
segment.
Why don't you
So
guys go hang out?
after every segment, I
wanna
have like
set
separate
up what's gonna
recordings
be
that I
a
do, and I have to
massive
end
moment
them and
at WrestleMania.
start a new
Cody
one.
Rhodes, John Cena.
Hold on, let me get that going. All righty, here we go.
But nonetheless, you guys were taking selfies. Tony's still out here with us. I want to switch gears and talk about what's going to be a massive moment at WrestleMania. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Oh, yeah. The WWE Championship.
By the way, right now while we're on the commercial break here,
Nobody defined best for business more than
I just want to
John
let you guys
Cena.
know that over on Instagram, I have my editor, Chris, who does a wonderful job of cutting clips for me while I'm watching Raw and sharing them on Instagram. And then I post them on Facebook and stuff. But if you guys can to help them out, please feel free to go smack that like button, share button, comment button, whatever it is. It really helps me out a whole lot. So if you guys want to help spread the word about my account, yeah, there's 3 videos already up and you guys can go there. And let me show you guys. Here you go. I don't think this QR code actually works, but I still put it on the screen just in case. No one's ever told me if the QR code ever actually works, but it's at _ Denise Salcedo. So you guys can go there.
Grew up on the back road, baby. I know how to survive.
All right, I think that's good, right? If this actually works for anybody, let me know. Because I've never actually, I don't even know if showing the QR code actually works. I don't even know. It's so funny. Let's see what do we got here. Hey, Viati, good to see you. What is up? Mr. says, is it odd that so far there are no gimmick stipulations matches yet for Mania? Hey, you're right. Hold on, let me think. Is there anything with no, the ladder match is going to be on Stand and Deliver. No, there actually isn't. I was thinking about it for a bit. I'm like, wait, no, you're actually right. There is not really anything right now. We got Denier in here. What's up, Denier? We got Brandon who says, you are a W person. You always spread love and joy with all of your content. Thanks for making this world by being better, by being awesome. DWO #1. Brandon, thank you so much, man. You've been super kind for, over a year now at this point. So thank you so much, man, for always sharing on Twitter, social media, here on the YouTube channel, commenting. All of that just really, really goes a long way. So thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate you, man. Oh no, Love for Boost says my IG has been deactivated for 6 months, so can't confirm. Oh no, you should probably start a second Instagram account. Let's see. Desi Baby says the triple threats, no DQ, so maybe some spots there. Let's see. 37 Race also says the same thing. We got Denier here who predicts Cena is going to win at WrestleMania after Rock reveals himself as a special guest ref and screws Cody paying off John and making Cody chasing babyface. You read it here first. Hey, yo, if that does happen, you got bragging rights, man. You got bragging rights. Thank you so much, Wayne. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Let's see. Davion Washington says WrestleMania is almost here, y'all. How many more days? Let me see.
But you know who chose me? They chose me.
Oh, I wrote how many days till April 189. I meant April 19th. 12 days. We are 12 days away from WrestleMania. Crazy how fast time goes by. Can't believe it, guys. I can't believe it. Just everything's going by so fast. Danny Gates says, see y'all at WrestleMania. See you there, man.
17th World Championship.
I'll be making the rounds at a couple of shows, seeing what's going on. I still have to sit down and actually figure out my schedule for WrestleMania, but I'm going to at some point.
He's the highest earning touring rapper
I need to do that. I still need to do my taxes. The last day to do your tax, to file your taxes is April 15th. I have never waited this late ever to file, but I've been so freaking busy.
Which is available now on his latest album, Utopia.
I need to get on that. Oh, I need to get on that. Or else they're going to come get me. Manny Gabe says I will be at Bloodsport for sure. I don't think I'll be at Bloodsport. I always forget to get tickets for Bloodsport, and they always sell out so fast. It's like one of the most popular indie shows to attend, but maybe I'll wiggle myself somewhere. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, Manny Gibbs says he's also going to be at the Hitchcock Memorial Show, too. So I did a video, by the way. Feel free to check it out if you want. It's the Ultimate WrestleMania 41 Guide. And in that video, I talked about this show in particular that Manny Gabe is attending. It is one of my favorite indie shows to attend each and every single year. I've gone at least like 3 times throughout the years. They always put on a really good show. Like if you're on the fence about which shows to attend, that one usually has is usually a pretty good card. So I think you made some good choices, Gabe.
Penta, who has an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. But coming up next.
All right, Penta versus Dominik Mysterio. So today I posted on Facebook about this 4-way match being made official for WrestleMania. And so far, most of the comments of what I've read from people is they want to see Dominik Mysterio get the win. That's what they want. They want to see Dominik Mysterio get the win. I was very surprised by that. I felt like Penta would be the top option, but I saw more comments for Dominik.
Man, Penta's really captured the imagination of the.
Oh, I love that blue mask. Oh, I love that blue mask. Oh, dang it. Guys, I love that one. That color's just fucking nice. I wonder what color blue that is. Like, what's the official name of that blue? It's like is it kind of like an aquamarine? No, aquamarine has a little bit more of a tint of green. Sky blue, maybe? I don't know, but I think that's my favorite blue.
The Penta experience has arrived in Minneapolis, Minnesota, on the road to WrestleMania.
Blueberry blue, says Stuart Bridgman. Blueberry blue. Ooh, and I love blueberry flavor. You know what my favorite? I don't know how many of you guys here have raspados, but my favorite raspado flavor is blueberry, followed by raspberry. Oh, but blueberry raspados. Oh my God. Oh, it's shaved ice. Never mind. It's shaved ice in English, but raspados in Spanish. Ooh, Megan says cerulean. Oh, yes, cerulean. I learned all about cerulean on The Devil Wears Prada. No, Royal Blue's usually a little darker. Royal Blues is definitely darker.
Accompanied by Carlito tonight. Remember, Finn Balor told Dom, hey, you can
let me see. No, cerulean.
A lot of people are talking about how Dominic
it looks a little bit like grayish, like blue grayish. This one's like a nice bright blue. It's a little bit brighter.
I think game recognized game. I have a lot of respect for what he does. And I've certainly not been shy about that. So I appreciate Penta. I do not appreciate Dirty Dom and the Ooh crew, the Judgment Day. And you said Finn Balor said some things about Dominik Mysterio earlier today. Those felt personal from Finn, even though he was pawning them off on other people.
Yeah, he said other people.
I'm excited to see what they do here with Dom and Penta. What kind of match they end up putting together.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yadi says, I think I got the color right with Starlight Blue. Starlight Blue. Let me see.
Girls, we going all in on the road to WrestleMania with WWE World. Meet your favorite WWE superstars and legends.
Yeah, Starlight Blue looks pretty close. It looks pretty close. Yeah, pretty close.
Everybody love me. I'm so fly. Every time I duck, it look like
Cubby Blue. What is Cubby Blue? I don't know why that sounds really funny. It's funny. Cubby Blue.
World Las Vegas. Tickets are on sale now. Yeah.
Yep, Mister's right. Says something to keep in mind is the material that shines under the light. Yeah, because it was so shiny. Mr. Blizzard says, what is not thought about a dream match for you, Denise? Abyss versus Kane for me. Ooh, I love Abyss. I love Abyss. Ooh, since we're talking about Abyss, I would have loved to see Abyss versus Mankind.
Obviously, that's the only reason to join us. 9 a.m.
Yeah, I'll throw that one
Doors
out
will
there.
open for WWE World at 8 a.m.
Strangely, sorry, now I'm on the topic of Abyss. I strangely would also really like to see Abyss versus Darby Allin. Isn't that wild? Like, that would be kind of wild.
Dressed up as the main character, Dante.
What else? What else? I don't know. There's so many matches. There's so many. Thank you, Twisted Blizzard.
Taylor and Daniel. Obviously, they're chugging either champagne wine or fig.
I've never seen Love Is Blind.
On this season of Love Is Blind. It was set in Minneapolis, now streaming on Netflix. And ladies and gentlemen,
now that's a real beer.
The Machine.
Bert
Kreischer.
Oh, he's going for it.
Special with Netflix.
He went for it. Chug that. No.
Tops off with Bert Kreischer.
I thought I had a
Oh, that's a lot. Don't zoom in. What are we doing zooming in? That was a lot right there. A lot to take in.
WrestleMania 41 golden title belt. You never know where it will end up next, so why not at your door?
So
you can take home the grandest title of them all by going to WWE Shop and order this limited edition one-of-a-kind item just in time for WrestleMania season.
There was 100% chance that Bert Kreischer was going to chug a beer, whatever that camera came to.
Yeah, and that was real beer, by the way. This matchup is now.
Taylor Bridgman says that it's Bert's joke. He always takes his shirt off. Oh, that's fun. Okay. 37 Ray says Penta looks like Glacier La Parka.
And also Finn Balor.
Brent Hawkins throws out Sting versus The Undertaker.
What are they saying?
Dom, you suck.
Oh, they're saying, Dom, you suck. Minneapolis telling the truth here tonight at Target Center.
Dan Letzka throws in Darby versus Cactus Jack. Yo, that would have been sick. That would have been sick. Dan, yeah, I would have loved to see that in multiple.
And then Penta would turn down
crossing these
different
universes. One can only dream. Well, I mean, it's too late now, but still. Dan, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Hope you're having a good Monday.
What about the debut of Penta's brother, Ray Phoenix, this past Friday night on SmackDown? Spectacular match with Nathan Frazier.
Absolutely. Must watch.
Oh, shit. Race Pierce is like, is that man wearing UGG boots? I literally just noticed that.
WWE, and right now,
Wow.
doesn't give a damn.
Yeah, much more
Yeah,
aggressive
definitely
Dominic
different.
tonight. Talked about this last week.
They're not
Roasted
Uggs
Dominic
though.
Mysterio.
At least I don't think so. That's
hear
not
these
the
voices
not the
in his head.
Uggs that they sell at the
WWE
mall,
fans.
but they're Ugg-like.
Penta with an opportunity
Mr. sends in a
to
super
win
chat
his
saying
first
Dom got the boots with the
champion
fur.
in
Yeah,
WWE.
the
Dominic
boots with
was
the
a singles champion
fur.
twice, the NXT North American
They don't match
Championship,
his
the tag
outfit
champion
though. Why is he wearing them?
on Monday Night Raw and
They
Friday
don't
Night
match his
SmackDown. Looking for
gear.
first
They seem
big league
super
singles title.
random.
Dominik Mysterio has
If his gear was
all
different
the talent
colors,
he
then
could possibly
maybe it would
need
look a little
to be
bit
a world
better. But
champion here.
yeah,
That's
they don't really
WWE.
What
match.
about what Finn was saying earlier about
Mister, thank you so
what
much for the
a
super
lot
chat.
of people were saying about Dominic, how he chokes and can't win the big one. It was a joke and shouldn't be a part of this matchup.
It was one after another. Felt like there was a little disarray. And Liv
Jonathan
Morgan,
said
Dom's
the whole
girlfriend,
club
the
was
one
looking
that
at
made
her.
Penta, so much fun to watch. Tilt the world backbreaker to Mysterio. Sling blade by Penta.
Now the Penta train has
Dan Let's
begun.
thank you so much for the super chat. He says, how about Finn Balor versus Chris Benoit? Aw, man.
Out too well. Penta said, I'll take you both out.
Pass. Thank you, Dan, for the super chat.
Penta in control, trying to build momentum to WrestleMania.
All right, and we are. Kamwatsky Moore says, Denise having fun on this match. Yeah, man, I am. I'm having a good time.
Some words of advice there. It's not helping.
I was curious to see what kind of match they put together with Dom and Penta.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah. Pirate Driver says Kurt Angle versus Braun Breaker. Yes! Yes! I would have loved that too. But then again, you can throw in Kurt Angle's name with literally anyone, and my answer will be yes. Except for his last name. My answer is no.
Exactly what they were saying. I believe they were speaking Spanish to each other, but that's what the Judgment Day can do.
God, imagine if we would have seen Kurt Angle versus Will
He
Ospreay.
is.
Oh, my heart. I feel like I've been stabbed in the heart. I would have killed to see that happen. Oh, my God. Oh, if only. If only. If only.
Dirty Dom appearance.
Maybe he'll crash the party.
I hope not. It's supposed to be a good time. Penta's at a count of 7.
We got both said both. I never get tired of this guy. Go Penta. College Driver finishes as Eddie Guerrero versus Kenny Omega. Oh, dang. I get so sad every time I think about, a bunch of stuff.
Not just Finn. Remember, it's
Oh,
every
man.
arena in every town that Dominic walks into tells him the same thing.
Man. Leo Perez says, just got here. What's the question? We were thinking of matches that we were asked earlier about, like, matches that we would want to see that, obviously can't happen or will not be happening, that we just missed out on. Or, just the timing of, people coming in different eras and different time periods and things like that. Arcade Shuttleworth says, while Josh Alexander versus Ospreay was close. Okay, not Kurt Angle. Timu version according to Joe Hendry. R2 says, yeah, Kurt versus anybody almost. So legit. Like Kurt Angle, he needs to be talked about more. I feel like everyone talks about like the same 5 people. And I feel like they need to talk more about Kurt Angle. No, it's just Dom, you suck chance is all we're getting.
Dominic.
Oh my God.
Away.
Mister,
big chop.
You did not have to do this.
Eddie
Mister, thank you so much. This is freaking awesome of you. You did not have to do this, but thank you so freaking much. It literally just made my whole night, my whole week actually. So thank you so much, Mister.
Here we go.
I don't know what to say. I'm always just like blown away whenever I'm blown away whenever people just hop into the stream. So to like send your hard-earned money my direction is something that I do not take for granted. So thank you so much for that, and may you get some better blessings coming your direction, man. May you get the karma that you send out into the world. So thank you so much, Mister. Guys, can you please give some love to Mister in the chat, please? Like my thank you is not enough. Please give some love to Mister in the chat. That's just way too nice, man. Way too nice.
Gonna have the match over.
We got everybody sending some love over to Mister. Very, very cool of you. So thank you so much. We got champagne bottles throwing out here. Thank you so much.
On the road to WrestleMania.
Seriously. Charles says, Mister, you're the man. Mister's like, I did nothing. Watch Mister be like, wait, what? How does this money leave my bank account? No, but seriously, thank you so much. Honestly, thank you. Everyone's giving some love to Mister. Let me pop these up on the screen.
A super kick that was borrowed from HBK.
Super W. Exactly. Super W.
Down goes.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Penta now.
Here's the show.
Handstand bang. Drags Dominic toward the center of the ring. Wraps the arm. Hooks the leg. Dominic able to get the shoulder up at 2.
Penta does everything with an ease.
Oh, we're back from commercial break. Sometimes I can't tell. I have to keep an eye out on the little clock. They put a little clock on the top right corner that lets us know if we're on commercial or not on commercial. Sometimes, yeah, it doesn't happen. We got Terrence Matthew in the building who says they're turning on Finn at WrestleMania. Oh, I hope so. I mean, the writing's been on the wall for a while, so
Dominic stole the Mexican Destroyer from Penta.
Yeah, he did the Canadian Destroyer on Penta. I feel like the writing's been on the wall that they're going to turn on Finn. That's why I think a lot of people feel like Dominic might actually win. Oh, Penta got the knees and rolled them up. So, nope, not enough. So, yeah, I really hope you're right, Terrence. And I think everyone's pretty much predicting that at this point. Thank you so much, Terrence.
With a kick, a slap of the boot.
Thank you so much, King of Strong Style.
His own move. Formerly of Canada and Mexico. Then he took it to the toilet. Thought he was going to end it.
Andy Nurse says Bret Hart and Kyle Fletcher. Oh, man, that Bret Hart list would be so incredibly long, too.
That's what big old dumps do. Is Dom going to win this thing?
And Penta fighting back. Well-placed elbows to Mysterio. Penta caught him.
Oh!
Nice takedown. Trying to rip his shoulder out of socket.
And throw him through the mat.
Now looking for the sacrifice. Penta making Dominic pay. Sacrifice. Might have dislocated Dominic's shoulder.
Or ripped a ligament or two.
And Penta now. Penta driver.
Nice. Dang. Penta defeated Dominic. Now I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen at WrestleMania. Maybe they are going to put the belt on Penta.
Penta celebrating.
Watch it. Oh, there's Carlito attacking Penta.
Carlito now attacking Penta from behind. And Penta now battling back. Dominic trying to hang on. And now Carlito with a backstabber. And the Judgment Day picking apart Penta.
Come on.
Well, this is their MO, Pat.
So tomorrow, the New Jersey Devils are doing WWE nights. That's my husband's favorite team. And he just let me know that tomorrow they can clinch a playoff spot on WWE nights. I'm like, that's funny. Up there's Braun. Take out Carlito. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh mother!
He was about driven to Duluth.
Guys, he just speared the life out of Carlito. Carlito is dead. Oh my god! Braun killed Carlito. Braun killed Carlito.
Oh. A super spear.
Damn.
An absolute dog. He's wrecking.
Even Speed's feeling bad for Carlito right now. Nah, Carlito took it the worst. Carlito took it the worst. He took it the worst. Please give me a replay of that. Please give me a replay of that.
Look at that,
Davion says Carlito's soul left his body.
Explosive than everybody.
Dude, Carlito's not even Carlito no more. He's I don't even know. I can't even. That was insane. This WWE girl says that was the most fantastic spear I ever seen. Benny Doom says insane spear. Dude.
Got an opportunity to win the Intercontinental Championship.
Please show me a dang replay of that. I need to see it again. Super Fro Carlito's voice, that wasn't cool, haha. Nah, I was gonna say he needs to be gone for like at least a while to sell that. Pile Driver says Carlito.
Finn. Went for the spear and balance.
Dude, like Braun's head.
Rolls out of harm's way.
If you guys noticed when he did it,
one of those sleeper matches.
fuck, I need to see the replay. But it was literally just Braun's head like this.
Breaker.
Literally head
Dominic,
first,
Penta.
just like that. It was
Fatal
brutal.
four-way for the Intercontinental title.
JB from GA says that may rival the I Showed Speed Spear. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, even Speed feels bad for him. And Speed had the worst spear like ever in terms of like pain and shit. Spear was great. Oh, all right, here we go.
Carlito said, I'll come get you.
That is one. Can you imagine? That's like,
dude, Braun's body. The way it all went up. No feet on the ground. Nothing. Dude spiked himself against Carlito's body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, please, that's it. The argument's done. Braun Breaker has the best spear ever. Yeah, Stuart Bridgman's like, that was the head spear. That's what I'm saying. Like, he wasn't like this. No, he went in straight in like a rocket, bro. I can't even explain it. That shit was cool. Very, very cool.
You get your podcasts. Braun Breaker celebrating. Pat, the final Monday Night Raw.
I can't decide which spear I like the most. I mean, maybe still Speed's, only because Speed is not a wrestler and he's so much smaller than Carlito. You just felt bad for the kid. You were like, poor kid had a dream, showed up to the Rumble, and got his life speared out of him. So I think it's still Speed, but damn, that's a hard one, guys.
And of course,
I don't even know. Twisted Blizzard says after that, if you had to take a bump, are you taking that Braun or Bronson? I'd rather take Fudge.
In many years.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm very small. So if Braun Breaker spears me, like, I'm flying. Like, I'm going miles. Like, my body's going miles. But if Bronson hits the tsunami on me, I'm going to be flatter than a pancake. I'm going to be a sheet of paper. I don't know what's worse, being flattened to a sheet of paper or being driven miles and miles from the speed. I think I would rather take Braun's spear
will not be in his corner
than Bronson tsunami. I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. That's a tough one. Like, I'm dead either way. I'm like legitimately dead either way. Jolie says, bro, Carlito is dead. Yo, rip Carlito. It was really nice knowing you. You brought some. He's done. Rhino's spear is great too, but I think Braun's just got the best one now. Braun is just a whole other direction, guys. It's crazy because I'm like, before the thing I thought was the scariest that you could take was Gunther's chop. I thought Gunther's chop would be the scariest, but now I'm thinking I would be able to handle that a little bit more than Braun's spears.
I know the only reason you came out tonight was to see the only good thing that's ever come out of the state of Minnesota, Chad Gable. So I'm sorry for not being able to compete, but you got nice and treated tonight with my boys and their victory over the LWO, alongside the fastest rising star in WWE, El Grande Americano.
Hey, Desmond, I hope you had a good time at the show yesterday. Eric Rodriguez says Carlito's applesauce now.
El Grande, it's going to be my pleasure to watch in Las Vegas.
Oh, man.
When Ray gets put
Thank you,
down
Chad.
by the greatest luchador
Yo, I feel so
in
bad for
wrestling
Carlito.
history,
He's done.
El Grande
Americano. Thank you.
Obviously, we don't know if El Grande Americano is the greatest of all time.
Man, that was
learn
so
about
good.
Learning
I'm still
about him, he
thinking
has the
about
exact
it.
same build and body
I'm
as
literally
Chad
still
Gable.
thinking about it.
The only thing that's different is
We
the
got John
mask that
Stavey who
Chad wears
says,
when
"Hey
he plays
Denise,
for
happy
Terrence.
Monday." What's up, John? Thank you
And
so
look who's
much.
here.
Hey,
Wait a
there's
minute.
Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's here. And they really played Paul Heyman's
Heyman
arrival
looks
in the
disgusted at
commercial
Gable coming.
break. Yo, it's the commercial break and Paul Heyman just came out.
Good to see Paul
Dan
Heyman
Luckby, I
out
agree
here.
with you on Braun having the best spear.
I don't know how he's going to play this, but we don't know.
What's up to our Cadillac? Thank you so much for popping in.
Punk called it his
That's
favor.
Sean.
He said Heyman needs to be in his corner at WrestleMania.
Raphael
Heyman
shouts out
agreed.
Mister.
Punk then hit a GTS to Roman Reigns.
Joseph
and
Moore says he might be going to WrestleMania
Roman
this year.
got
Hell yeah,
laid
man.
out.
There's a lot to
You
do.
gotta
Like,
wonder what
honestly, it's a
Roman's
lot to do. We'll have a great time.
First time in
Mister says that Chad
how
Gable has
long
more
Roman
muscles in his
Reigns
ribs
has
than
been
I do in
alone.
my
I mean,
entire
really
body.
alone.
I'm a sad panda. Hey, people like
Said
pandas,
it
all
right
right?
to
People
Roman's
like
face.
pandas. We got Armand who says, "What's up,
Going
Denise?
with
What's up, Armand?"
somebody else.
We got Jolie, Goldberg Spear. Goldberg Spear was great too, but
tell
man,
it's all
bronze right now is
Very,
just
very
like
heavy
top
on the
notch.
mind of Paul
Top notch.
He doesn't have a poker face, that's for sure.
Heyman at all.
All right, we're back to the show. Oh, they're promoting Pat McAfee's show.
Hello, beautiful people. I have a massive announcement to make about a great time that is on the horizon. A big night out. There will be massive surprises. We gonna turn it. Big time sing-alongs. And hella laughs. It's gonna be a night that you remember forever.
All right, sorry guys. That was actually just messaging I was messaging my friend and I was like, dude, you need to go see Braun Breaker Spear on Carlito. That's one of those things where you gotta tweet people, you gotta message people that you know that like wrestling. If you know that they're not watching, your friends that only watch highlights, let them know. Let them know, hey, go watch Braun Breaker Spear Carlito. All right, let's see
Ladies and gentlemen,
what Paul Heyman has to say.
is Paul Heyman. I want to state a couple of things for the record so that we can just get it out of the way and we can move on to WrestleMania. Item number one, I will always be loyal to my tribal chief, Roman.
You sure about that,
Reigns.
Paul? You sure about that? I don't know, man. Seem pretty in love with CM Punk there.
Item number two, I will always be loyal to my best friend in the world, CM Punk.
Yeah, we saw that, Paul. We believe you.
Just because I'm loyal to both of them does not mean I will ever in my life be disloyal to either of them.
I don't know,
So
Paul.
when it comes to WrestleMania,
Friend to all is a friend to none.
let's get one
Chase two girls,
thing
lose the one.
perfectly clear.
A lot of waffling going on.
All right. In the meantime, let's see. We got a super chat, by the way, from Terrence Matthews says Braun is a former football player, so it makes sense. I mean, dude, his spears are freaking sick. Like, I can't even put it over enough. Thank you so much, Terrence, for the love, man. I feel like the boots that... Hold on.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Like, I feel like the boots Dominic wore would have belonged on Seth's outfit. That's funny. Dingle Dingle 21 here says there's Paul's news guy. God, I hope not. I don't know. I'm not on board with that idea. Not on board.
Rollins and Roman Reigns.
Lisa says Seth needs to tell us why he's so content on winning now. He was so angry 2 weeks ago. True. Ray Spears says Steph's dressed like a 90s mom. Honestly, I like that coat. I would totally wear that coat.
Paul Heyman's in hell. Seth Rollins.
There are so many outfits of Steph's that I would actually wear.
An expensive one.
Yeah, Johnny T agrees with me. It matches Dom's boots. That's what I was thinking too. Hey, Zelia, thank you so much for hopping into the stream. Hope you're having a good day. At least Seth might not get. At least people might actually pay attention to Seth today, since they weren't paying attention on Friday.
Minneapolis! Welcome to Monday Night Raw!
Oh, damn, I just realized we're almost done with the show.
Let me introduce myself. I am.
Wow, I didn't even realize it.
I am a revolutionary. I am Seth.
Oh, wait, CM Punk and Seth are going to be on today's show. Okay. They weren't promoted a couple of hours ago when I logged on to WWE.com.
Tonight, it's about Paul Heyman. Paul, you're out here talking about loyalty, man. And that's the reason I wanted to come say hi, because I want to ask you the question that's been on all of our minds for the past few days. Paul Heyman, whose side are you on? Who are you, Paul Heyman? Who do you want to be? Are you going to be the very best friend to CM Punk? Or are you the special counsel? Are you going to be the wise man to Roman Reigns? A lot of ones to the sky here in Minnesota. Because I hear you out here, Paul, right now. You're trying to convince all of us, including yourself, that you can do both at the same time. And Paul, it occurred to me over the past week, you're neither. And I know you're going to give me the spiel. Roman Reigns, he plucked me from obscurity. He brought me to the island of relevancy. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns doesn't give a damn about you.
I don't know. Roman Reigns seemed pretty hurt on Friday when Paul Heyman did not pick him.
Roman Reigns uses you. You know what he likes you for? He likes you to shine his shoes. He likes you to book his private jets. He likes you to order his steaks. He likes you to hand him his Ula Fala. That's what Roman Reigns needs you for. Roman Reigns doesn't respect you. Don't play dumb, Paul. You need a little history lesson from me? Let's go back to WrestleMania last year. Roman Reigns loses his WWE Championship in the main event thanks to some very well-dressed visionary. And Roman Reigns does what he does best. He disappears into the ether. And does Roman Reigns take you with him? No, he left you in the very caring, loving hands of his family member, Solo Sikoa.
I kind of got him there a little bit.
Of the bloodline. And did they treat you well, Paul?
No.
Were they kind to you? Were they loving? No. Paul, every single day, they treated you like you were the scum of the earth. And every single day, all of us, we waited. We were wondering, is Roman Reigns going to come save Paul Heyman? Is he going to come to your rescue? And let me ask you, Paul, did Roman Reigns come to rescue you?
Paul's face, he's like, no.
He left you
No.
to get massacred
No.
in your hometown in front of your children, Paul.
Roman Reigns did all these things to him, and the crowd's still cheering for Roman Reigns.
Had to watch their father get put through a table because Roman Reigns doesn't care about you. He wasn't there to rescue. And you know who else wasn't there to rescue you? Your best friend in the world, CM Punk.
Yeah, but CM Punk was there when he needed a favor.
Best friends love each other, Paul. They're there for each other. They don't use each other when it's convenient. 10 years ago, CM Punk walked out of every single person.
Bruh, the amount of times Seth Rollins has brought that up.
He
brings it up every time.
Did he take you with him, Paul? No, he tried to tear down everything that you were building here. And when he came back, did he come back because you asked him to come back? Did he come back and embrace you and take you with him on his ride? No. And the two of you, man, the two of these guys, Punk and Paul, they love to reminisce and romanticize about war games. Let me remind you, Paul, CM Punk was not the first choice to be on Team Roman in war games. I was.
Yeah, but you said no, so whatever.
Stop me when I'm telling lies, Paul. I was.
Stealing CM Punk's line.
I declined. CM Punk wasn't the first choice. He was the last choice. He was the only choice. And did he join Team Roman out of the goodness of his heart because he loved his best friend, Paul Heyman? No, it's because he knew he could use it to get a favor out of you.
And the favor was having him on its corner.
CM Punk is not
Therefore,
your best
valuing
friend.
him as a wise man,
CM
as a
Punk
friend.
loves no one but himself. And I got to be honest with you, Paul. I got to be honest with all of you, Minneapolis. I feel bad for you, Paul Heyman. You are in a very difficult, unenviable position. You are between a rock and a hard place. The easiest solution for all of us, for everyone involved, would be if you just removed yourself from the situation entirely and let me and Punk and Roman battle it out at WrestleMania for the soul of this industry. But you can't do that, Paul. You can't do that, or you won't do that. I get it. You won't betray your tribal chief. You won't betray your best friend. I understand that. If only there was a solution, Paul. If only there was a way we could remove you from the situation.
What's he insinuating? Look at Paul's face. I can't get over Paul's face during this whole thing.
It's for your own good. I would take it as a privilege to remove you from the situation right here, right now.
Damn, he's giving him an out. Where's CM Punk to come protect his friend?
Paul, it'll be easy. A boot to the back of the head, one quick stomp, and it's all over, man.
Paul's face.
Nobody's here.
I can't
to
even
save
make that
you.
face. Oh, why is he touching him like that?
Roman Reigns isn't here
Touching
to
his
save
suit
you.
like that?
CM Punk, what's that thing he likes to say? He's not here to make friends. He's here to make money.
Come on, Paul, do
So
something.
my question then, Paul, is how much are you worth? Are you worth that much?
Yeah, he's just doing it to wait for CM Punk to come out.
Are you worth
I hope they show CM Punk rolling in his car or something, because if he's just been back there in catering the whole time, you're like, why didn't you go out there sooner? I hope they show him like coming out in his car, his rental or
Come on,
something.
Paul, how much are you worth?
How much? Don't put your damn hands on me again!
Damn right, Paul. Damn right. Stand up for your dang self.
Uh-oh. Oh, Seth's heard enough.
All right, well, finally, CM Punk's here.
And CM Punk is seen enough.
Where were you at,
Punk's
CM
here.
Punk?
And Punk making a beeline for the ring. Remember, Heyman's in his corner.
Just back there eating freaking cereal,
Heyman
looking
and
for a
Punk claiming
bowl.
the best of friends, and now Punk and Rollins beat the hell out of one another. Chaos underway here at ringside. Punk now sending Rollins over the announce table. CM Punk now and Rollins attacking each other. This personal, emotional rivalry.
The prime bottle finally went down. Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
The upper hand, and now a takedown of Punk.
All-out brawl here on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, the history between these two, and now, of course, the situation is with Roman and Heyman involved, and it's just been taken up a notch to the next level. Punk trying to torture Rollins here.
Punk's got him set up for
Melissa Cabello says he had Larry to take care of.
Measuring
Yo, we
Rollins
need
was
some
looking like he might be
excuse.
looking
What
for
took you so
Rollins
long?
stomp, and now Rollins with a stomp.
Ah,
on his
not the
own.
stomp
A
on
stomp to Punk by
Punk.
Rollins.
Someone chanted, someone again.
CM Punk playing it through the mat with a boot.
Man, I wish we got Roman on Raw. Oh, I thought for a second he was going to get popped. Look at Paul's face.
Now, you owe me a favor.
Ah. Lame.
Things have just gone from bad to worse for Paul Heyman.
My favorite part in all of this was Paul Heyman's face, honestly. Alrighty, guys. Well, there you have it. That was Monday Night Raw. And with that being said, we got let me see. We have to we still got our post-show incoming. Santi will be joining us in a couple of minutes. Before I get to that, I do got a couple of super chats to catch up with. Here we go. Where was I at? Mark Firefly Forever says, but just picture this. Paul leaves with Seth, and then we see you at Paul in fancy suits with Seth. Paul Heyman has to dress the part comes down in all of these glamorous outfits. All right, Mark, I see the vision. Tiger Claw Gaming says Paul Heyman already turned on Punk for Ryback. I don't even want to remember that. I don't want to remember Ryback. Tiger Claw, thank you for this, for the being a member for DWL 17 months now. We got Dennis 27265, who just became a brand new member of the DWO. What's up, Dennis? And he also sends in a super chat saying, first time subscriber, love your enthusiasm. Dennis, thank you so much, man. It's very, very cool of you. And I'm also very excited that we now got a Dennis and a Denise here on the channel. Like, that's it, guys. It's come full circle. Yes. But seriously, Dennis, thank you so much for becoming a member, for the super chat, for being here. All of that is very, very cool of you. Alrighty, everyone. So with that being said, we still got Santi will be joining us. We got to give him a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, before we get our post-show before it begins, I can speak, I swear. We do got to give some love to our sponsors over at Blue Chew. Make sure to use that promo code Denise. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Link in the description box below. Alrighty, everyone, what is up? I'm still waiting for Santi, so as soon as he comes in, we'll go ahead and get the show started. But in the meantime, feel free to send in your thoughts on what you guys saw from Raw today, and I'll go ahead and start reading some people's comments before we actually get into the post-show, just to kind of stall for some time, to give Santi some time to wrap up his thing, and then we'll go ahead and get the party started here today. BTW, if you're just joining us right now, this is going to be a fun one to talk about. I'm very curious to see where everyone is going to land on how they felt about Monday Night Raw today. I thought there was some interesting stuff that occurred for sure on the show. Maybe a little bit of some unexpected stuff, maybe, but we'll go ahead and break it all down in just a minute. But let's see what else we got here. Let's see what everyone's saying about today's show. We got Sean here who says, loved this Raw. It flew by, I'll tell you that much. I looked at the clock one time, and the only reason I looked was because someone brought it up. They were like, oh, hey, there's 1 hour left to the show. And I look up and I'm like, oh, yeah, there is 1 hour left until the show. So that's a good sign, guys. That's a good sign. I've had shows where I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, shit. Today was definitely not one of them. We got July 26th who says, I think Seth Rollins looked good in Kendrick Lamar's pants. We got Ellen here who says, I really liked Raw today. Excited for Ray versus Grande Americano. And let's see what else we got. Over the Ropes says Heyman leaving with Seth, confirmed. That's Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. And let's see what else we got. Chris Holsinger says, love the final segment with Paul and Punk and Seth. We got Matt Logan here who said the show flew by. Ryan Powell gives it a 5 out of 10. JR Duggan says, Seth needed this promo. He was becoming a third wheel, in my opinion, says JR Dugan. We got Samuel Muscle. What's up, Samuel Muscle? We also got Sucho with a super chat who says, I miss Europe. Dude, Europe was, I do miss the early shows, and I do miss that Europe energy. But I think how do I say this? I think I got very used to getting back to the American crowd so fast, just because that's what we're used to. We're used to this kind of energy from the shows. It's just what it is, right? We're just used to it. But I always miss Europe too, like literally on TV and any other time. Let's see what else we got here. We got Brian Powell, who reminds us we're 12 days away from WrestleMania. Dan also enjoyed today's episode of Raw. Lloyd Warren says Dom was wearing ugly girl boots. What? I mean, look. Hey now. All right. Hey. It's not about, whatever. I was going to go on a whole promo. Whatever. I'm not going to go on a whole promo. But the boots, I didn't think they didn't match his outfit. They did not match his outfit. Final Boss says Raw was so great. So glad it's back to normal and time. Yeah, I get it, man. I know we're so used to watching SmackDown at night. For me, I personally did not mind doing the early shows. I really, really did not, mind it. And let's see what else we got here. We got everybody saying a good show here. We got 37 rates, who says great serious work from Seth. We got Tracy here who says Jay and Seth are my Taylor Swift. Will die on that hill. We got Cody Lawrence Music here who says CM Punk all day and you're gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Cody. Let me see. We got Licky Tongue who's told, I was told Santi will be piling up here. Yes, he will be here in a couple of minutes, guys. We usually give him some time to wrap up what he's doing and so that he won't be rushed and all of that. And then we get in here and start the show. And we got Suture who also says, I missed the energy of the Europe show, but I'm glad we're back to normal time. Ryan Powell says Dom looks cute. We got Matt Logan with a super chat. Matt, thank you so much. He says Seth is a Paul Heyman guy. Thank you so much, Matt Logan, for getting in here and sharing your thoughts. We got Richard Saleya here who says solid Raw, no real bad segments. No, honestly, there was nothing that I was like, oh, this is horrible. We got Licky here who says I was told Santi will be oiling up here. Facts. All right. Let me see. We got Andre Rosa who says, I prefer Europe's crowd. It gives a different vibe. Also, shout out to Daniel Turner Carlisle for tuning in. Hector Hernandez says free Kaiser. I mean, he's doing his thing. He gets the weekly little backstage segments that he's been doing that. So, hey, it is what it is. We got the infamous DJ1 who says, I enjoyed the early shows due to working overnight. We got Joe Compton who says, great ending. I wonder what Seth's favorite is. We got, let's see. Thank you so much for the love, Stuart Bridgman. And let me go through some more comments just to get everybody's thoughts on what everyone is saying. Oh, thank you, Andrew. He says, I thought you did a great job last night watching Dynasty, so I subscribed today. Let's go. Hell yeah, man. That makes me very happy. I was writing solo yesterday for AEW coverage, but it was a good time, man. It was obviously a longer night, so I'll be there. I was there for several hours, but it was a good time. Let's see. Richard says Santi's oiling up. This ain't PG. Let me see what else we got here. Let's see. We got G Money 2001 who says Roman on Raw next week. It could be cool if he hypes up Jay while he's there. Did they say? I didn't see them say Roman was going to be on Raw. Did they say? They didn't say that, did they? You're just saying that he should be, because I did not. If they did, I missed that. Jenny Castillo says Seth and Paul alliance will be so great if it happens. We got July 26th. It says that Grande Americano winning made my day. Goat luchador. We got Colton Dominguez here who says that was an amazing Raw based on the quality of matches alone. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, let's see. Cyclops is better than Wolverine is in the house, says Jay put on a good promo tonight and Seth lost his shit. We saw a totally different side of Jey Uso tonight, which was nice. I like when we get to see different layers of performers because it just adds to them, So yeah, Cyclops, thank you so much for pointing that out. And let's see what else we got here. Let me go through a couple more. See what everyone's saying. All right, we got Sanjeev says Raw was best. Interesting ending. Heyman Seth, question mark. Interesting. And let's go through some couple more. Okay, thank you so much to everybody who clarified. They did say that Roman's going to be on Raw next week. It was so funny because at the end of that segment, or not the end of the segment, somewhere in the middle, I had said, oh, I kind of wish that Roman would appear on Raw. And then I guess I missed it when they actually announced that he was going to be on Raw. So there you go. Okay, good. Because I kind of felt like it. I'm like, if you have, Seth and Punk out there, you want to see Roman get involved in this too, if they're going to be doing some stuff on Raw. So thank you so much to Ebony Prince for letting me know. And we got Ryan Powell that says, are you filming NXT tomorrow? Yes, I will be doing a watch along tomorrow as well. All right. We got Nick the Creator who says Seth was kind of in Monday Night Messiah mode. We got Javi here who says Raw was good for me. Let's see. I'm going through some more comments, just stalling some time till Santi gets here. And once Santi gets here, we'll go ahead and continue the show. We got Kevin West who says Raw was okay tonight. CD Fear says, who'd you think Paul Heyman would walk out with WrestleMania 41? I would hope CM Punk, but it seems like they're clearly trying to play up the fact that it may be Seth Rollins. We got Sin City Saints. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sin City Saints says, I guess anyone can threaten Paul Heyman and say, nah, now you owe me a favor. Cheapens the whole favor to me. Sin City Saint, I was waiting to say that on the podcast. I was waiting to say that on the podcast. That is exactly how I felt. That is exactly what I was thinking. And I will elaborate more once we actually get to the podcast and talk about this segment, because that definitely did cross my mind. And I was surprised that nobody else had mentioned that until you did. So thank you, because I was worried that nobody else would mention it. And I was like, great, I'm going to have to be, I got some bad news for you. Sin City saying thank you for the super chat. We got Dynasty Dan who says, Denise, how do you keep up the positive energy every show? Just incredible. It's funny because I keep saying, I don't want to sound, like Lady Gaga, because that's her thing, born this way. But my mom really did tell me I was born this way. She just said I was born with a lot of energy. So I guess it's just natural. It's just Maybelline. Maybe it's just Maybelline. All right. Dynasty Don, thank you for the love. All right. People are saying Santi's stream crashed. What? Let me see. I haven't heard from Santi yet. So, let me see. I don't see him live on Twitter. Is he live right now? I don't see his stream live on Twitter. And usually it's live on Twitter. So he's probably working to get the stream up, I assume. For anybody that was on his stream, feel free to let me know. So I guess I'll wait for him to pop up. Because, yeah, everyone's saying Santi's stream crashed. All right. Well, we'll give him some time to put that together. And let's see what else we got here. Captain Me So Corny says, when will you get Twitch partnership? I'm tired of watching these ads and want to sub to you. So if you want to not watch ads and watch the full show, I would come on to YouTube. YouTube is my main platform. So if you want to not have to watch ads, I would because I don't get anything from those ads because I'm not a Twitch partner. So if you don't want to watch ads and you want to also, have a better viewing experience, I would honestly pop on to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Denise Salcedo, and you'll most likely get a better viewing experience. I didn't even, to be honest, thank you for letting me know. I didn't even know they were playing ads. Legit, I didn't even know they were playing ads. Like, this is news to me. I don't get any of that. So that's why I'm going to shill for YouTube versus Twitch. Because, obviously with YouTube, if they do play an ad, I at least get something from that. Twitch, I don't get anything. So it's pretty much just there for decorum. And all right, let me go through some more comments. I'm still giving Santi some more time to hop in here. And once he gets in here, we'll start the show. All right, Sarah says, thank you, Sarah. She says, how does Paul Heyman owe Seth a favor if Seth is the one who chose to attack him? Thank you so much, Sarah. I was thinking the exact same thing. Can you imagine, legitimate, going up to someone and being like, I'm going to punch you in the face, and then you decide not to punch them in the face, or you make it seem like you're going to punch them in the face and then don't, and then you're like, now you owe me a favor. Think about that. Seriously, that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, in that case, I'm just going to go up to everybody and do fake punches so that they can owe me a favor. Hey, guys, Santi's here. Santi, did your stream crash?
Yeah, I've been having some tech issues. On YouTube it's down, but I'm up on Twitch. I sacrificed the YouTube one.
Okay, because everybody was telling me that your stream crashed, and I'm like, oh no, what is happening?
Yeah. That's partly why I was late, but
Oh,
we're
no
good.
worries.
We're good to go.
No worries. All right, cool. So let's get the party started. Let me just refresh this. All right, here we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. It is April 7th. It's Denise Salcedo here with Santi Zap, and we are here to talk some WWE RAW. Of course, we're on the road to WrestleMania. Santi, dang, where do I begin? We had an interesting segment, several interesting segments today on Monday Night Raw, but overall, how'd you feel about the show?
This was one of my favorite Monday Night Raws in a really long time. I think I just like the fact that it had a quick pace start and not a 30-minute main event segment like we've had in the last couple of weeks with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I just like the bang, bang, bang nature of the start of the show and saving kind of like the more long-winded main event conversational points to the very end. I like the change of pace personally. I really like this episode.
Dude, I was kind of mentioning that a little earlier that I didn't look up at the clock really at all today. And it was 1 second. Hey, we're an hour in. The next thing you know, I look up at the clock when Paul Heyman and Seth were on, and I noticed there was only 8 minutes left to the show. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that we were already towards the closing of the show. And I didn't even realize that they had promoted Seth Rollins and CM Punk for tonight because they didn't, right, Santi? I was alone on this.
I didn't see it.
They didn't, because I was on WWE.com this morning when I was creating the stream and I was getting ready for the podcast, and they didn't have anything about Seth and CM Punk. And I thought, that's interesting. And then a couple of hours, I had the page up on WWE.com and they were finally promoting that they were actually going to be on the show. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting that they added that so late.
Yeah, for me, it was like I was just surprised right off the start of the show when they showed Paul Heyman arriving in the arena. Like, I had no idea. It was a pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, same. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that. I think we need to start there with this closing angle, because as we all know, on Friday Night SmackDown, we officially found out what the favor was, and CM Punk wants Paul Heyman in his corner. And poor Paul Heyman, with as much as his heart was breaking, had to break the bad news over to Roman Reigns. And so here tonight, we get Paul Heyman goes out there, and he's talking about how he's going to be loyal no matter what to Roman Reigns and to CM Punk, and just because he's loyal to these two guys doesn't mean he's gonna be disloyal to them, right? Obviously you can't do that. Call BS on that right away. Whatever. Seth Rollins goes out there, and Seth Rollins cuts a pretty long promo. The gist of it was him trying to prove that both CM Punk and Roman Reigns do not give a damn about Paul Heyman, and that's what he was trying to tell him the entire time. This finally led to Seth Rollins trying to hit and berate Paul Heyman until CM Punk finally, after a long time, ran out there to help out Paul Heyman. But Seth Rollins ends up getting him with a stomp and takes out CM Punk. And then he teases like he's going to hit Paul Heyman with the stomp, then doesn't, and then says, now you owe me a favor. And that is how we close out Monday Night Raw.
Somebody needs to tell these people that this is not how favors work. I can't imagine I didn't stab you in the neck, so now you owe me a favor. That's just not how that works. I'm sorry, that's just not the societal norms of banking favors. You know what's funny? I thought for a second Paul Heyman dodged that, and I was like, damn, Paul, with the ultra instinct movement there from Paul Heyman. But I guess that it was Paul Heyman didn't actually dodge it. That Seth Rollins just pulled back. Listen, I really like this promo because it pointed out a lot of things that fans have pointed out in the last several months, in the past kind of 12 months, that have been, if you don't acknowledge them, are technically plot holes. Like, why wouldn't Roman come back to help Paul Heyman when he was being terrorized by Solo Sikoa and by Jacob Fatu, and he got killed in Madison Square Garden? Why wouldn't Roman ever come back? And I thought that they were just gonna put it under the rug, and it was just a technicality. We're just gonna pretend like that never happened. And I'm glad that they brought it up. I'm glad that they brought up, why didn't CM Punk come in to help? I'm glad they brought up all of these things that if you are a wrestling fan that wants to appreciate and believe in long-term storytelling, those things would have always been plot holes in the current story that we've got going on. But now that they got brought up, now they're being used to gaslight individually Heyman into, I guess, recognizing that his relationships with Roman Reigns and CM Punk aren't as strong as he actually believes. In fact, I'm seeing people in my chat saying that they see Seth Rollins maybe walking away with the wise men. I don't think that that's going to be the case. I don't think that that's a good combo or a good fit. But it's getting people talking about where Paul Heyman's allegiances are lying. And I feel like this feud really needed this ultimately, because a lot of people were kind of bummed that this didn't have any stakes, or that this wasn't going to be, winner goes to the main event of WrestleMania or anything like that. But it does feel like there are like human stakes involved in like the personal relationships and what goes on with those personal relationships after WrestleMania once the dust settles. I thought this was really good stuff.
So there is a lot. So, okay, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin. There was so much to get into. So first of all, I'm so glad that you mentioned the part about with Seth Rollins bringing up some of those holes, right? In the storyline of, hey, Roman didn't come back. Do you remember when Paul Heyman told CM Punk, take me with you a long time ago? That's another thing that they could bring back to kind of, prove Seth Rollins's point. I thought that they kind of needed this in the sense, to me, all of this kind of felt like this was them saying, hey, we hear you loud and clear that there's a big feeling in the room that Seth Rollins is the third wheel, that this doesn't really need Seth Rollins, given what we saw in SmackDown with the people literally not giving a damn. And granted, of course, it was in Chicago and they only care about CM Punk, but quite frankly, they did not give a damn about that Seth Rollins Roman Reigns promo from Friday night. And to me, that was pretty telling that, okay, Seth Rollins really is the third wheel on this story, right? And so today, with him kind of getting in there and trying to get into the mind of Paul Heyman, to me, that was them telling us, hey, you know what? Seth Rollins does kind of matter in this storyline. And now he's, using these mind games to try to get into Paul Heyman's head. But here's the other thing, though. I'm so freaking happy that you mentioned the thing about the favor, because I had the exact same reference point where you don't do that. Like, how do you mean you owe him a favor? To me, this isn't justified. To me, there is no justifying Paul Heyman owing Seth Rollins a favor. And I get it. It's that's just them trying to get a fast one in on this. But to me, if Paul Heyman does go out and align himself with Seth Rollins as a quote unquote favor, I go BS on that.
No, that'd be lame.
That would be super lame, super freaking lame. And that was literally my reaction. When Seth Rollins said that, I was like, lame. I'm sorry, but that's not how favors work. And then on top of that, this has been going in an ongoing rumor. I know your chat mentioned it. A lot of people here in the chat are mentioning it. It's sort of been brewing now for the last couple of weeks where people are saying, hey, what if Paul Heyman does walk out with Seth Rollins? So Santi, that's my question to you. I know you say you don't think it's going to happen, but let's say it did. How would you feel about that?
I mean, it would be crazy. Like, I'm sure, I want to right now be like, no, that's so dumb, that'd be lame. But I bet that when it's happening in the moment, I'll probably be marking out and losing my mind. But just on paper at face value, it doesn't feel like that makes any sense whatsoever. So I kind of want to say that it would be corny. But again, I know my lizard brain of a wrestling fan will probably love it in the moment.
It's kind of like when John Cena turned heel. I remember people were pitching that and I was like, nah, John Cena's not going to turn heel. Nah, I'm not interested. Nah. I want him to do his greatest hits tour, blah, blah, blah. And then he actually does turn heel and I'm like, woo.
You go, son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, son of a bitch, I'm in. I'm sold. Exactly that. So here's the thing, though. I don't think I'd be sold on that. I would be kind of upset. I feel like the story, and I know everyone's going to hate me for this, but to me, my interest, I'm speaking specifically for me, Santi. For me specifically, I care specifically about Roman and CM Punk. This is the story that I want to see continue furthered along. This is the story that I'm hoping leads to a one-on-one matchup with Roman and CM Punk. So if Paul Heyman ends up with Seth Rollins, I kind of feel like that is keeping the story very, very crowded when I want the spotlight to be specifically on these two guys.
Yeah, I will agree that the feud, once the dust settles from WrestleMania and we're moving on from this triple threat match, the feud that most intrigues me out of these three would be Punk versus Roman Reigns continued after WrestleMania. And then having Paul Heyman walk away with Seth Rollins, I think would kind of remove kind of like the most juicy, delicious fruit that feud would have, which is Paul Heyman's. So I don't want to see Paul Heyman being removed from the equation by joining Seth Rollins. I also just don't think it's the correct call. I do like the addition of Paul Heyman because there were a lot of people prior to SmackDown saying that this kind of feels like a weird dynamic of a triple threat because there's beef between Seth and Roman, there's beef between Seth and Punk, but there's nothing bad between Roman and Punk. Well, we got it. Now we've got a proper trifecta of hatred between all three of these guys, which is why this favor, in my opinion, worked, which is why I'm happy that Paul Heyman is in the equation. But I also think that this was a necessary promo as well to help create the will he, won't he, who will he side with, who will he betray, will he side with Roman, will he side with Punk. I like that they added this promo because it adds that wrinkle to the conversation.
Yeah, they needed that. I think they needed that. That was kind of what we saw in a couple of segments tonight where there were some things, some personality traits, some segments that were needed to further certain characters. But with that being said, we do got a couple of super chats. Let me get into them. This is from Sucho here, who says, my match of the night was Lyra versus Bayley. They put on a banger. Well, let's talk about that. Let's get into that. So Lyra versus Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Here's the thing. Santi, I had pitched this whole idea last week, and boy, do I have egg on my face because it did not happen. I was so sure that Bayley was going to defeat Lyra, and I was wishfully hoping that we would see Roxanne Perez confront Bayley immediately afterwards. None of those things happened, not once, but we did get a hard-fought match here. Both of these girls kind of took some brutal spots, some brutal bumps during this match, Santi. How'd you feel about the match and the outcome?
That was one of my favorite matches of the year. I thought that was like legitimately brilliant. I feel like the biggest crime to this match was not having this in London last week. This should have been in front of that European crowd. London loves Bayley. We already know this. And Lyra Valkyria is from that neck of the woods, like that part of the world. Like it would have just made so much more sense. If you were going to have this long of a banger of a match, it deserved to be in front of a crowd that was going to elevate this and make the match feel more special. Here's the thing, Denise. I thought that match was so good that I was mad that it happened on Raw. I'm like, why didn't we just do that? Why didn't we just build a Mania program if we were going to have a match this fucking good? Like if you were going to allow them to just cook like that, why didn't we do this at WrestleMania? Now I have to buy that they're going to try and be a tag team on Friday. By the way, that was weird, announcing them as a tag team before this Intercontinental Championship match even happened. That was to me stupid. That to me was stupid. And I literally turned an eye at that. I'm like, why are you doing that? I'm just glad that this match was as good as I thought it was going to be. I'm like, this has a potential to be a special match, and it truly was. I really like the ending. I know that Lyra keeps beating these veterans with roll-ups, but I think it works. She is a rookie, technically still within her first year in the WWE. So her beating like a veteran, like a Bayley in this manner, using, wit and technical work as opposed to like taking her out and keeping her down for a proper pin count. I think this was the right route. But more than anything, I thought this match was absolutely freaking brilliant. Lyra Valkyria is quickly rising to be one of my favorite in-ring performers that the WWE has.
She's such a good wrestler. I mean, I feel she was one of the people. So when I watch NXT, Santi, I don't know about you in terms of how long it takes you to like a wrestler, right? I think sometimes you see a wrestler first match and you're like, you know what? I like this guy. Sometimes it takes 2 matches. Sometimes it takes 3 matches, whatever. Sometimes it takes way more than that. Lyra, for me, was one of the fastest people on NXT that the second I saw her to not very long after, I was sold on Lyra. And I'm thinking, this is the girl, I'm rooting for her, etc. Right now, the only thing, and we talked about this before, the only thing that's sort of been missing for her on Raw is just kind of like the character element aspect of it, having her connect a little bit more with the crowd. But she is a standout. For the Royal Rumble, Santi, I had one of my friends who's a casual wrestling fan and tunes in every now and then. They tuned in for the Rumble. And their response when I asked them, like, hey, what are some of the matches that you like really liked, or some of the people that impressed you? They were like, oh, in the women's rumble, it was Lyra Valkyria. And I thought, oh shit, like you were most impressed by Lyra, and that was their pick. And I was pretty surprised by that because I wasn't necessarily expecting that answer. And so that should kind of show you that she's going to get over with the fans in a different way, and that is through her pro wrestling. That is how she is connecting with the fans. But I do agree with you. When they announced this, they were going to be a tag team together in the gauntlet, I thought that took away from the anticipation a little bit of this matchup here, because I'm thinking, why are you announcing them as a tag team when they have a match coming up together, and a title match at that for Raw? So I thought that was very, very interesting. And so now here's the thing. Looking at the gauntlet, the obvious choice to win this is Bayley and Lyra, right? To head up Liv and Raquel. Or do you see it being any other team?
Any other team would feel so underwhelming, but okay. Any other team feels underwhelming. Lyra and Bayley still doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. It feels like they are rushing a women's tag team match for the sake of putting the women's tag team titles on the card. Hell, I don't even think it's for the sake of putting the women's tag titles on the card. I feel like they owe Liv Morgan one, and they want to make sure they get Liv Morgan on the card with how good she has been as a performer over the past 12 months, and they're finding that this is kind of the only way that we can get her on the card. But I'm not excited at all about the prospect of it being Lyra and Bayley.
Right. Like there are so many different matchups you could have done. Hell, you could have done Liv versus Lyra. You could have done Lyra versus Bayley on there. Hell, you could have done Liv versus Bayley. I mean, there's so many different directions that you could have gone in.
IC title match would have been perfect.
There you go. So there was other options here where this kind of feels a little bit like, why are these two girls teaming? Why is she going for the tag team titles when she's already IC champion? It's a lot happening in that story. But hey, that does not take away from this incredible match, though, that we did see between Lyra and Bayley. They did kill it there. I was bummed out when the match ended. I was like, no, don't tap. Please, no, let's keep this going. We got CJ here who says, this show highlights why it's great having Seth in this feud. Love the OTC, but even in Mania season, he barely shows up. Seth and Punk left to carry. And again, with CM Punk, it was a little bit different when he was out due to injury, and they still made that whole thing work. Everyone said that they announced Roman Reigns for next week's Raw, Santi. I actually didn't even catch that until people in the chat brought it up. So I'm kind of thrilled at the idea that Roman will be apparently on Raw next week. So that's something to look forward to. Thank you so much, CJ. We got Bob Ross Jr. who says, hello, Denise and Santi. I got fired today because I got caught watching a recent Santi video in the fitting room. I was totally not hiding. Please tell me you legitimately did not get fired.
I hope if you did that it was a good video. I hope you left a like and a comment. All right, make sure you're subscribed. Just double check.
That's amazing. Bob, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Gio here who says, after watching Raw today, Denise, every time I send you a super chat, you owe me a favor. Honestly.
That's how it feels, right?
No, I was saying this earlier, Santi. I'm just going to go around and like threaten to punch people. And every time I don't punch them, I'll be like, you owe me a favor. That is what I'm going to be doing from now on. We got a very, very generous super chat from McTaru. McTaru, wow, that is so kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Says, hey, Denise, how are you? I'm super late coming here and blame my sleep before Raw. Guess I'll watch a replay. Also, good to see you and Santi. And I heard you walked away pissed from your computer during AEW. Hope you're okay, Denise. All right, well, let me explain that one really quick. Santi, I don't know if you caught yesterday's show, but it was during the Chris Jericho Bandito match. They did a bit where Jericho hits Bandito with a bat, and Bandito 1, 2, 3 loses the match. And mind you, his mask was on the line. And I thought, holy dang, like they're really going to take off Bandito's mask. Santi, I was so pissed. I walked out. And I've never walked out of anything, but I thought the utter and complete disrespect. And then I came back. And by the time I came back, Aubrey was out there and was like telling the refs, hey, like he cheated, blah, blah, blah. But they don't often do that. Like that only happens sporadically where someone cheats and stuff like that. So congratulations, they got me there. They successfully made me really upset during that moment, but I'm so glad they did not take off Bandito's mask.
You weren't the only one to walk out. I actually saw people walking out during the Young Bucks part of the show.
Oh yeah, that's the controversial part of the evening. I kept telling everybody every single week some crazy shenanigans were gonna happen, and there it was, unfortunately. But yeah, it was the Bandito part for me. Mitaro, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Howie Potter here who says, "Why is the Women's Intercontinental Champion in a tag match at WrestleMania?" Howie, that was the same question I had.
Great question.
And we don't have an answer for you, Howie. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat. We got Sin City Saint who says Santi now owes Bob Ross Jr. a favor and a job, apparently. Thank you, Sin City Saint. We got David Primero who says Braun is a machine and smoking minus the beard. All right, we need to get into that because that was one of the
spear. Oh, my, Denise, that was the funniest spear I've ever seen in my life. I was cackling in laughter at how he launched himself like a freaking World War II torpedo at Carlito.
I've never seen a spear like that before. He went head first into this man. And what was really cool was I thought that the spear was already going to look special just based off of like they zoomed out. You got the big long run, but I wasn't expecting it to look even as good as it did. So here's my question, Santi. Which spear was better, or which one was, I guess, worse in the sake of pain? Was it the one that he did to Speed, or was it the one that he did to Carlito today?
I think the Carlito one's better. I think he jumped 20 feet away from Carlito and still managed to reach him. Look, the Speed one is way more devastating because Speed's like 150 pounds. And listen, it's 1A, 1B, you know, they're both there. You pick one or the other. I wouldn't be mad which one you go with, but that Carlito one, good God.
That's how I was thinking. I was thinking, okay, Speed's not a wrestler, so it kind of like poor kid. He was thrown in there. One brutal moment for him, right? But dang, though, I've never seen Braun Breaker. Like no feet were touching the ground when he went and he hit that spear. It was magnificent. And that happened after Penta defeated Dominic Mysterio. But here's the big thing to get into in regards to that. So not only did we see Penta defeat Dominic, but a big announcement was made before Raw actually began, and that was that we did see Adam Pearce make the announcement that we're going to see Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, Penta, and Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship in a Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania. Santi, what was your reaction to that? And do you think Braun is dropping the title to Penta or to Dominik, since those seem like the top two favorites?
Oh, Denise. You already know my answer.
I know your answer
is Dominik Mysterio. They've already been setting it up, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been buying your Dominik Mysterio stocks like a good boy, like I've been telling you, you're about to become a rich man or woman at WrestleMania, because Dominik Mysterio is going to win. Not only that, they're setting it up for him to be the one to pin Finn Balor, because Finn Balor thinks that he's not good enough, that he's not brave enough. He belittles Dominik Mysterio constantly, and it's going to be the big pop, because, by the way, he was over with that crowd. The Let's Go Dom chant. He is going to win at WrestleMania and bring it home, folks. He is bringing it home.
Santi,
you know I've sold you on it. You know I've sold you on it.
The story is there. I cannot lie. The story is there. But here's the thing, though. How can I get behind Dominic winning the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania when I just saw him lose today to Penta?
It's all just a misdirection. It's all a misdirection right here.
Wait, losing a match is misdirection? He lost cleanly too.
Misdirection. They're trying to get you to look here. What? Oh, and then Dominic's going to walk out as Intercontinental Champion. Just you watch.
Okay, what if Dominic still screws Finn Balor but doesn't actually win? I have a feeling it's going to be Penta.
You can have all your feelings that you want. I have faith on my side, and at this point, my faith cannot be deterred.
Santi's about to bring out the veladora with Dominic's face on it.
I'm about to go on a full pilgrimage to see the Virgen de Guadalupe and leave a couple of candles for Dominik Mysterio.
Santi, you know, you've seen those before, right? Like where they do like the prayer candles for celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, if you made some with Dominik Mysterio's face on it, you might make some bank on that.
I might.
We got Sin City Sane here, says it's going to be great seeing another Guerrero holding the Intercontinental title at Mania. Let's go, Dom. Get out of here, Sin City Sane. You're wildin'. Thank you so much for the super chat. We got Steven Marchulli here who says Carlito earned a bonus tonight. Yo, I think he's done, bro. Rip. He's dead. Thank you so much, Steven Marchulli. That's hilarious. All right, with that being said, I want to go ahead and rewind over to the Gunther Jey Uso segment for tonight, because earlier I had said we kind of saw people show some different sides of them, right? And Jey Uso cut probably the most serious promo, or like at least one of the most serious promos he has in like the last couple of months. We've seen him get serious before when he was feuding with Roman, but specifically here, it's been a while since we've seen him get serious. And he basically tells Gunther, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. And I kind of had some moments of this where I think I started to like this, Santi, once the people stopped chanting yeet in between everything he was saying, because I thought, dude, this does not match the energy of the promo of what Jey is trying to say.
Denise, I cackled in laughter when he's like, hey, Gunther, you put my brother in the hospital. Yeet. My mother was crying. Yeet. You killed him. Yeet.
Who does that?
He's trying to quiet them down. It's like, this is like the most important promo of maybe this entire feud, and maybe arguably of Jey Uso's entire career. And the crowd just cannot read a room, just does not understand that they are hurting his promo and not helping it. That's it was a shame, because I didn't think it was like an amazing promo, but I saw some people saying it was bad, but I think it was because of the crowd. I feel like the energy of the crowd was not what we needed to get out of this this promo. But this is what I wanted. This is the exact type of subject matter that I wanted out of Jey Uso, the exact type of demeanor. And it's just a shame that the crowd was not able to play along to help in that demeanor.
Yeah, it was taken away rather than adding. And that was the part where once they stopped yeeting, I was able to focus more so on the message that he was trying to send in versus the comedy of the contrast of the serious promo versus the good time, fun times, yeets and whatnot. Here's the thing though, I kind of wanted Gunther to say something. I felt like it felt a little incomplete, where Gunther didn't say anything, he didn't act on anything, he didn't get physical, none of that. It felt like Gunther the whole time was just standing there. And I get it. I get that's why they did it, to make Jey Uso look good and they tried to tell us that Gunther's a little worried, right? That's the point that they were trying to sell us on. I can't buy it. I cannot buy that Gunther is legitimately worried or concerned about Jey Uso not being afraid of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess for me the biggest takeaway was that it was more about Jey than it was about Gunther. That the switch has been flicked for the Jey Uso that we need to be able to buy and believe that he can actually beat Gunther. You know, no yeeting through the crowd, none of this happy-go-lucky stuff. But I get what you're saying with the Gunther side of things. It would have been nice to kind of hear his thoughts on Jay's new demeanor, the fact that he's not afraid of him. But I still feel like it was a successful promo, all things considered, what it needed to accomplish, which was more about Jey than it was about Gunther in my eyes.
Yeah, and I think the only other thing that had me going like, okay, that's interesting, was when Jey Uso said that he was afraid, he had been afraid of Gunther. I never thought he was afraid of Gunther. I just thought he doubted himself against Gunther. So I did think that part was interesting, the element of, hey, I used to be afraid of you, but I'm not afraid of you anymore. I think I would have kind of liked the description being something along the lines of, what you did to my brother, there are no more doubts in me. There are no fears at all, because I'm going to get revenge. His blood is on my hands, and that's what I'm going to do. So, I mean, there were some tweaks, but whatever. It was fine. It was a different side of Jey Uso, and we needed that because you want to show layers. You don't want him to just be the yeet guy. You want him to come across as, relatable in a different way than just the yeets. All right, let's see what we got here. We got Sucho here who says Dom and Fid should split the belt like Lay Cool. Oh, God. David Primero here says Paul Heyman needs to be in a shark cage at Mania. That would be pretty hilarious, actually. Thank you so much, David Primero, for the comedy there. All right, with that being said, let's keep it going. We had the LWO versus the Creed Brothers and El Grande Americano, and it was actually a really fun matchup
Really
here.
good match.
Right, so fun. But this all led to El Grande Americano and Creed Brothers getting the win because they cheated. They put like a piece of metal in Grande Americano's mask, and so that ended up allowing them to get the victory. But here's the thing. During this matchup, Rey Mysterio gets up on the ring apron, tries to call out El Grande Americano. He like headbutts him, takes him out. And so later on, we find out that we have a new WrestleMania match added to the card. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. And I'm really excited about this match.
I'm pumped too. I hope they make it mask versus mask.
They should.
With them making this so much about how El Grande Americano is insulting the way of Lucha Libre. There's something that's not being talked about enough, though, Denise, about this match being properly confirmed, because I thought in my heart of hearts that this was going to be the route for Chad Gable to get on the WrestleMania card. And I think it's kind of criminal that Chad Gable is missing out on another WrestleMania, back-to-back years where the crowd is like fully behind Chad Gable. They want to see Chad Gable, and people wanted Chad Gable and Gunther last year. People wanted Chad Gable versus Rey Mysterio, and then yet somehow, and granted, legend, love him, fantastic man, El Grande Americano, but he just got to the WWE, and him getting this opportunity over Chad Gable, it's a little bit disheartening. I'll just say that, like to have him miss another Mania.
So you're saying the new toys are stealing from the ones that have been there all along hustling.
Clearly WWE does not value tenureship and being there day in, day out. They just
Chad
want
Gable's fault, though. He's been calling in sick every single week. You can't be calling in sick right before the biggest work day in WrestleMania.
And that's fair. That's fair. You know what? You're making a good point when you bring that up. Maybe Chad Gable should have stepped up a little bit more to the plate, but I just can't help but feel sad.
Well, you know what? I do not feel bad for Chad Gable. Stop taking so many days off for being sick, or your replacement is just around the corner. And it's El Grande Americano. All right, we got Bob Ross Jr. who says, yeah, I actually got fired for that reason. I guess my boss hates WWE trading cards in a Santi video.
Brother, that was a 51-minute video. You deserve to be fired if you're out there spending 50 minutes hiding from work, all right? That was a 51-minute video.
Yeah, that's wild. Bob, thank you so much for the super chat. All right, with that being said, let's see what we got next here. All right, we actually got to get into Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. This match has been made official finally. It's been like forever.
Yeah, about time.
The big thing that really happened here was, once again, Rhea and Bianca, they get into each other's face. They try to disrespect Io once again. Io seems like she's walking out. She comes back in. She drop kicks Rhea from behind. So, like, Rhea takes a nasty bump right into Bianca's face. That was actually pretty brutal. I did like that. But how'd you feel about how they laid this whole entire thing out, and what you saw and heard between Rhea and Bianca specifically?
Bianca's promo was great. I really like that. It's funny because there's a meme of this guy that's like, why are you booing? I'm right. It's Bianca. Bianca is literally saying everything that is right, that is correct, and yet people refuse to see Rhea Ripley as the bad guy in this story when she very much clearly is. So I really like the frustration in the voice of Bianca Belair and the things that she was saying. I'm glad that she didn't let Rhea Ripley talk. Like, no, you've done enough whining and it got you onto this match. You're done talking. But it was cool seeing Io Sky stand tall when these two have just kind of been like little broing her over the last little bit. More than anything, though, like finally, like we've been overcomplicating this. We've been unnecessarily stretching the lifeblood of this feud just for the sake of it. This should have been announced weeks ago, but it's about time.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it too. I will tell you this much though. I feel like coming out of this segment, I'm starting to think that Io Sky is retaining at WrestleMania. Just the way that they have disrespected her week after week. Like, no matter what she does, they still keep pushing her off to the side. And obviously, the story is, again, between Rhea and Bianca. So I'm almost getting the feeling that Rhea and Bianca will go on and be a main event, whether it be at Evolution 2 when they decide to do that, or whether it be at SummerSlam, however the timetables turn out, right? that's what that feels like. It feels like no matter what happens at WrestleMania, this is not a story that's over yet. I think this is the beginning stages of an even bigger story between Rhea and Bianca. So that's why I'm kind of seeing a scenario here where Io actually does retain.
I agree. I think you're pointing it out. The only reason why I'm not picking Io like right off the bat, even though when I make my predictions, I'd probably go Io, is I do think that they want this Bianca Belair WrestleMania streak to keep going.
I wanted to. I really wanted to.
I do too. But I also want Io to win. So I don't know.
What do you want more though?
I'm an Io Sky enthusiast, shall we say, un aficionado. All right, so I'm going with Io Sky, no matter what.
See, and I feel polar opposite because you can win a championship, right? Sure, it can happen. She's been a champion before, but having a WrestleMania streak doesn't happen all the time. And especially for, a woman and for Bianca. Plus, I'm also a really big Bianca Belair fan. So there's that too. So that's like part of me would rather see Bianca's streak continue. But just based off what I'm seeing in the story, it makes me feel like Io's winning. But if you had me choose, gun to my head, easily pick Bianca Belair's streak to remain.
Yep.
Alrighty, with that being said, I think we got really one more thing to get into. The War Raiders defend the WWE World Tag Team titles against the New Day. And the New Day's win via DQ. It was a little messy by the end of that. A little messy, but I think for the most part, given the fact that the New Day have been talking so much about how they want to go to WrestleMania, they want a WrestleMania match, I think the writing was on the wall that, hey, they are going to be doing a WrestleMania matchup for the New Day. That's where I'm assuming that they're going to get the titles there.
Meh. This was maybe the most meh part of the show. You know what made this unnecessarily more meh? Tony on commentary. He's got the most nasally voice on commentary. Michael Cole, your hairline, it looks like it's on the road to WrestleMania. Oh my God. I couldn't listen to this segment. It was insufferable. That's just me though. But
I don't like that guy. I just heard about him recently, and after things I heard about him, I was like, I am not a fan. And then I heard his voice on the commentary, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is not for me.
Yeah, the voice is what was killing me, and like the match itself, I thought this was the weakest match of the night. I'll say that. All the other matches were better. LWO match with a great Grande Americano. The Lyra and Bayley match. I thought those were all better than what we got here. I thought this was weak. I guess New Day and War Raiders WrestleMania. Sure, it feels like a filler match if you ask me.
I actually thought they were going to do like a multi-man tag team match. That's what I thought was going to happen. But I think I do kind of prefer them doing the War Raiders and the New Day just two on two, just so that I think the match will actually hit. Because even what we saw here, I know it wasn't the best thing of the show, but what we did see, I did find myself enjoying between the War Raiders and the New Day. So I think once they actually go all in, then it'll be a lot stronger of a match. So I think it has like really good potential. We got CJ here who says, do you think they're turning Bianca heel because fans won't acknowledge her as a heel? Maybe Sky pins Rhea and Bianca Belair goes mad and attacks Sky. I feel like the fans are sort of turning Bianca heel in a way where the way that they're reacting to her, like we were saying today, like they're still booing her, even though, like you said, she's right in the points that she was making. And I thought that today she came across as more angry, right? Like the less positive Bianca that we're used to seeing. She was more upset and more feisty in her promo today.
Yeah, I think they maybe for this feud, she continues to take on that role a little bit more, but I don't think it'll be a full-fledged heel turn. The reason I say that is because we need babyface Bianca for when she crosses paths with this evil Naomi. We do still need babyface Bianca so that we can get to that feud.
Oh man. See, I'm just like, I feel bad because I feel like the crowd is so invested in wanting to turn Bianca heel that even though, again, she's still technically a babyface, it's just, I feel like they're forcing her into that role. It's just happening. CJ, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Jim here who says contract seg was good, but Tiffy time 0-3 still. So you're feeling like Oh, yes, the 0-3 line with the divorce line. Yeah, that was crazy, man. Oh my God, what a day. What a
Ludwig
night,
did you watch Ludwig in commercial just pretended like it never happened?
Dude,
It's like, brother, we know what
thinking
you tell us what we want. Tell us what we want.
Yes. I was wondering if he was going to allude to the Charlotte thing at all, and he did not. And I'm like, all right, so it's the same promo that we've been seeing Ludwig Kaiser cut over and over in all of these segments.
Yeah,
So,
I was like, all right, you've got my attention for 20 seconds. If you don't mention this, I'm done. I'm gonna go take I'm gonna go to the bathroom, take a nice leak. All right, during this commercial break. Because all I care about you right now, Ludwig, is your accusation about your DMs. Release the DMs, Ludwig. Release the DMs.
So, yeah, by the way, release the DMs. We got Sin City State here who says, I think Big E gets involved at Mania to screw New Day. They really were pushing the neck attacks in that match. I don't know. It's really hard for me to go there right now because, again, I just I'm still expecting Big E to be out. If he gets involved, I'm not expecting him to get involved in a physical manner. Thank you for pointing that out. We got Stephen Marchulli who says, what if Paul Roman turned back heel at WrestleMania, leading to a singles program with Punk for SummerSlam? Hey, man, like I said, I'm all here for that. I'm all here for that. As long as I get me Roman Reigns versus CM Punk one-on-one. Thank you, Stephen Marchulli. All right, there is one more thing that I can't forget to talk about, actually, and that is AJ Styles and Logan Paul's match. But obviously not yet. That's the WrestleMania match. But AJ Styles did have a backstage confrontation with Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross goes in there and he's telling them, you really, really need to win this match, and we need to see the other side of AJ Styles. And I'm thinking, why? Why are you making it seem like AJ Styles sucks? Why is he making it seem like AJ Styles stinks and he's gonna lose against Logan Paul?
You just don't like Karrion Kross.
I don't like the character. No, I don't. And that's why I'm like, okay, at least give me something where I'm sorry. It's just not anything that is exciting, and it was confusing. Why are you going out there making it seem like AJ Styles is not good? Why would you think he's going to lose to Logan Paul like that?
Yeah, I don't get what he's doing. The whole you have to win for us. I don't know what that means. This is also like the first time in like months we're getting a Karrion Kross match. Okay. That's about next week. It's AJ Styles Karrion Kross.
Oh, yeah. They made it in the segment, dog.
Yeah. They made it in the segment, and I'm like, all right, I guess.
you tell me that I don't like Karrion Kross.
I was like I was just glad more of an excuse to get Scarlett on screen. I was like, yay, Scarlett.
That's a pro.
That is a pro for everybody, but the match, I'm okay, thanks, I suppose.
All I'm going to say is this, Santi. It is not fair that you call me out for not being a Karrion Kross fan, yet I have not heard you say one redeeming quality just yet.
It'll come. Maybe. I don't know.
All right. I'm waiting for it. All right. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says, Santi cost me the job, so Dijak needs to teach him a lesson. Also, we need Denise on the weekly match along. Let's go. Let's go.
Man.
Bob Ross, thank you.
That was rough, Bob. You shouldn't have lost that job, brother, because it's going to be rough finding another one.
Oh, poor Bob Ross. All righty, guys. Well, there you have it. That was WWE Raw today on April 7th. That was the show. Santi, tell the people where they can find you.
Just lead in the poor Bob Ross. People can find me over on Santi Zap. Just put it in Google, choose your platform of choice, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it might be. You'll find the platform that you like.
All right, guys. Same for me. YouTube.com/Denise Salcedo is my main place, but I'm on social media. We got a super chat here from McTaro who says, stop calling Denise out, Santi. Thank you. Finally, someone's on my side. I was feeling alone here. Thank you, McTaro. All righty. Well, there you guys have it. That's the show. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you here next week. Bye, everyone.